Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another live watch along. This time it is Group C going head to head with who is going to top the group. Is it Germany? Is it going to be Sweden? And you know what? I've got a very special guest with me, and we're going to do this Soccer Saturday style. So, good evening to everyone in the chat as well who's already talking. Fantastic to have you. Welcome as always. And of course, massive welcome to Adam, who I feel like I haven't seen in ages. How you doing?
It's been good. I've really sort of enjoyed tucking into the Euros. It's worked to obviously round 3, match day 3. I was fortunate enough to be out there for a spell, just for the one game, but popped out to see England win a game, which was nice against the Netherlands. And I can tell you, it's absolutely fantastic out there in Switzerland. I was only in Zurich, but I got to intermingle with the Dutch fans. Did the amazing fan walk. Anybody who is doing, going out there, maybe get your fan with me after tomorrow. I don't know how many more opportunities there will be to do a Dutch fan walk. Obviously, it depends on their result with France. But I've loved it. I've loved the Euros, and it's obviously I've had a few trips up to Europe already this season because I previously had my trip to Lisbon, which was very productive, and now I've had my trip over to Zurich, which was also very productive. So it's been a good few months so far.
It's been a good few months, absolutely. And as we mentioned, as both games have started, I'm going to be following Sweden, Germany this evening, and Adam's got Poland, Denmark. So we haven't got any of the other game on. We're literally relying on each other for for everything to happen. So yeah, I'm on about 1 minute 28-ish because we like to do a double check with times in the chat.
So I'm at 22 seconds. So I'm doing it on the wonderful tech of the iPad. So I'm using the ITVX app because the Poland Denmark game is on ITV4. So I'm streaming on that. So I'm about a minute behind, but
it's what Torvi thinks of that.
You shouldn't cause too much. Well, I agree. I've chosen Poland Denmark as Poland bring the ball forward. Either play or no. Ball taken off our toes. I've chosen Poland Denmark. It's a dead rubber. Both teams are sadly out of the competition. Both teams are winless. Denmark have now only won one game since they reached the final in 2017. So they've had 2 stinkers in a row at the Euros. And after a very controversial 2-1 loss to Germany, which I missed because I was flying over to Switzerland at the time. There were some VAR shenanigans, if I recall. They are out. And sadly, so are Poland. First timers at the Euros. Winless, no points and no goals. So that's hence my handle for tonight. Poland forever for Eva Pajor. World-class striker for Barcelona, as we know, although can't score in Champions League finals. In fact, she's never won a Champions League final, which is a curious stat for a player who's played for Wolfsburg and played for Barcelona. She's appeared, I think, like 4 or 5 Champions League finals, never won it. But I'm hoping that tonight she's going to score, a bit like with Jess Fishlock and Wales. I'm hoping she's going to score.
Yeah, to have that moment, absolutely.
Poland's first ever Euro.
Yeah, absolutely, because Poland, as you said, debutantes in the tournament, and just tonight they've got one last chance, haven't they, to score, to get something out of it, and ultimately just finish off the tournament as best they can. In the Sweden-Germany game, however, Germany have come close twice already in about 3 minutes, and Sweden have also had a chance to go close as well. So if this continues, if both teams can keep up this pressure, this is going to be an incredible matchup.
It's an interesting setup though, because Sweden are actually top of the group at the moment, as things stand, because of Lena Hurtig, Freya's favourite, because of Lena Hurtig's third goal against Poland in the previous round fixtures. They are the ones who top the group, as Poland have an effort just easily claimed by keeper Ostergaard. But yeah, Poland, it looks like, I think, slightly better. They got I think an extra one on the goal difference. So Sweden just need a draw, and they top the group, which is obviously quite key for us English fans, because.
And that's the thing, absolutely. Adam, I don't know if it's me or you, but your microphone keeps cutting out a little bit. So if I suddenly talk over you, I do apologise.
That's fine.
Oh, Germany corner, but couldn't manage to find anything. But ball's back in. Oh, and the header just goes over the top from Leah Schuler, who I've modelled my hashtag on this evening with surely going to win. We've got the lovely Chris in the chat. who always puts the starting 11s in for us. So we've got Sweden, we've got Falk, Holmberg, Bjorn, Eriksson, Anderson, Angeldal, Aslani, Benison, Ritting Kanerid, Blackstenius, and Rolfer. And for Germany, we've got Berger, Wamser, Minge, everyone, Minge, Kanak, Linda, Sens, Nuskin, Brand, Freigang, Bull, and Schuler.
On my side, I can confirm Poland have gone with, and I'm gonna butcher these pronunciations. I do apologise, but I believe they've got Sesmik in goal, number 1, back for Zinivixt, Voss, Sismzak, Matzik, and you've got Pawelek in the sort of centre defensive mid with a midfield 4 of Tomasiak, Kamsik, and Chiska. Padilla Badas with, of course, the legendary Eva Pajor leading the line and captaining the side. For Denmark, it's, I said earlier, Ostergaard in goal, back 3 of Katrine Vi, formerly of Arsenal Everton, and I think also Crystal Palace recently. Balisaga and Ferge as well. Sarah Holmgaard, who I think was Everton, I want to say. Was she?
Yes, Holmgaard twins, both at Everton, yeah.
I've learnt something this season. Katrine Mollakall, who has since left Arsenal, gone over to Roma, I believe, and has sadly left us half of the season. Hasbo, Thorgerson, and of course a front 3 of Pernilla Harder, Brun, and Thompson. I think is that Signe Brun? I believe is that in the
Signe Brun, Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got so many names in there that are either ones to watch or established names. And me and Paul were talking the other night about Olivia Vosch and how ideally she's going to be picked up by a bigger team, because she's still playing in Poland at the minute, I believe. So someone, hopefully, eyes are on this tournament. And Germany have done it. Germany taken the lead in the 6th minute. Let's wait for that replay and I'll talk everyone through it. And hopefully that was Leah Schuler for my fantasy team.
While we wait for the replay, I should say I'm actually doing fantasy football this time. I never do fantasy football, but I have been conned into doing it this time around. And I am appalling at it because I don't change the team because I'm lazy. And so...
Oh, you know what? It wasn't. It just showed Leah Schuler celebrating, but it was Eula Brands. Eula Brands getting the goal, of course she did, and just went straight under the keeper. And the German manager, both fists up in the air, just, yes, we've got it. We've got the goal. We're back. Jules Brand, of course, who incredible player, really, really shining in this tournament as well. 2 goals in 3 games. Lovely little stat there. But yeah, so 1-0 to Germany.
It looks like we've got an extra guest in your, because in the back of shot, I definitely saw what looked like a dog decide to get in on the stream as well, or somebody was there. Something landed behind you.
A large ginger mass just appeared behind us. So I thought I'd bring 2 mascots this evening. I've got a baby on one knee and the dog behind us. Real family podcast, everyone. So if you haven't tuned in before, good evening. We have mascots of all ages and animals and babies.
Oh, turnover! There's a mistake by the Denmark defence. Denmark, they're trying to play around at the back, and they played it straight to one of the Polish forwards. But just got crowded out, but an opportunity to goal at a European Championship. Instead, it's on the counter. It's Pernilla Harder, dart down the wing, round the defence. She's dinked it into the box. There's a chance, and it's it's the number 19. Thompson has volleyed over from inside the 6-yard box. It's a glaring miss for Denmark. It all stands for Pernilla Harder on the counter. Number 3, the Zajcevic, gets far too easily. Harder dinks it into the box, and it's she stretched her foot out for it. She hasn't really thought about it, and she's hoofed it straight into Rose Ed, literally about 3 yards out from goal. Should have been a goal, wasn't. Poland escape, and that was literally about 5 or 6 seconds after Poland had a really good gift wrap opportunity to get that goal. Meanwhile, as I'm watching on TV4, they have now decided to give me the honour of seeing this great goal from Germany. Germany playing in red, I believe, on your thing, and just played clean through, slotted past the keeper, 1-0. So yeah, 1 to Germany. But it's an even game at the moment. Obviously, this. I was just saying to you, this is a rubber, but I found also dead rubber the other day, which was obviously Norway, Iceland, and it was an absolute corker of a game. Lots of goals, lots of drama, and a sending off, and everything. So I'm hoping this is going to live up to that. I'm just seeing here the table has changed. So Germany have moved ahead of Sweden in the group. So as things stand, if we finish second, it's England, Germany in the quarterfinals.
Oh no. No. So I don't know if you've done any predictions yet, Adam, but I predicted that hopefully we would finish second, and then we would then get Sweden if they can hold on. But Sweden would have been the nicer of the two, wouldn't they?
Well, it's an interesting one because of the way that the trajectories of the thing split up in the knockout rounds. If we finish second, we're in the same side of a draw as Norway and Italy.
Italy, yes.
And then one of Sweden or Germany, depending on who tops the group. So when I was watching the games last night, and already you're thinking, who is second place? And then I'd rather have a gauntlet of, no offense to the teams, but I'd rather have the options of Sweden, Norway, and Italy over, say, Germany and France. Or Spain, sorry. I think Spain in obviously Spain have got Switzerland, and we all wish Switzerland the best with that one. It's going to be a rough one for them. Balls in post,
forward. Can she do anything with it? Just through. Oh, and there we go. Sweden have got the equaliser.
Yes!
Sweden Blackstenius.
She turns up. Clutch moment, clutch striker.
That's also in my fantasy team.
Champions League winning striker, should be said. Not just any old striker, but a winner in a Champions League final. And now she's turned up to that second goal of the tournament, I think, isn't it? Because she scored against Poland. So,
yes.
Excellent.
Was she onside? Are they checking?
Probably not. It's Stina Blackstenius. She's rarely onside. Low cross in. There's a scramble in the box here, and Poland just about scramble it away. Now they're on the counter attack because we wait for the off cycle. I'm assuming it's gone to the Samatta side.
That was a mistake in the German defence there.
Is it close?
Ball just completely pinged off a defender. Couldn't quite see who it was. Angle's awful. Kosovari Aslani picked it up in the midfield, saw Stina out on the right, and she was able to do a run. No VAR check, it looks like. Hang on. No, none indeed. She is onside. Goal stands 1-1. Here we go.
And so the tide turns, and it's Sweden who are now topping the group ahead of Germany on goal difference. So this is what you want on the final group. So you don't want it as a done formality. You want any team can jump, in the last minute. This is fantastic. Basically, it's basically a playoff now, Germany and Sweden for the top spot. Thing is, though, is with those players. I've got a chance here. Sorry, hang on. It's number 19. Batil Badas, dart for number 8 is taken to the byline. Hang on, low cross. Pyle saved. Goal! Goal for
hey! The first goal
Poland, of Batil Badas. The first goal of the for Poland at a European Championships, which is fantastic. So we've had Wales in the previous round. We now have Poland. So every team, there's no teams that have not scored a goal in European history in this tournament, as they were saying, because one thing they were saying going into this game was that Poland are, I think, the first debutants to never score a goal or something in the first 2 games, which is quite harsh considering who they've had to play against. But they've got one now, thankfully, and it's Perdilla Bidas. It's the number 19, and all stands with a clearance over top to number 8. Kamzik plays out to wide to the number 19. Number 8 darts to byline. I thought this was going to be Pyle's goal. Pyle's made the run. The cross is for her, and it's actually blocked by the defender, but it just falls very nicely to the number 19, and she tucks it away. And I would say that's pretty fair. Poland have been pretty good in this first half. Has been pretty even, but they haven't been outclassed, not in the slightest. This is this is what you want to see. You don't want to see, say, what we saw in Wimbledon. If you watched from the Wimbledon.
See, I wasn't watching. However,
today,
so everyone
when
talking
actually it was
about
a bit of Polish.
yeah, it just
Yes,
you feel for her so much.
yeah, and that was actually a bit of Polish success, which is a big shout out to Iga. Iga Świątek, I believe. I hope I haven't butchered that pronunciation because I have been given classes on how to do it. Yeah, 6-love, a crushing win, and hopefully the Polish team can take some inspiration from this, and it clearly has. It's 1-0 to Poland. And I'm now just seeing the chance for Stina. Interesting thing about Stina is there's sort of a circulation thought that the more time she has to think about it, the less likely she is to score. She's very much an instinctive striker, and she had a lot of time to score that. But the goalkeeper didn't really seem to act.
No, she just kind of watched it go past.
Yeah,
She was
very
like,
sort
no,
of.
not getting that.
Very much like Kasia Cole in the Barcelona goal when Stina scored in the Champions League final. Just to stress that. Yeah, very strange from the keeper, very inactive in that one. But it's 1-1. So Sweden go top, and if we can
if we can keep
go
this
second,
up.
suddenly my prediction stage, I thought we were going to stink the Euros out and go out at the group stage. I thought we'd lose to both France and the Netherlands, but I've been proved wrong. We absolutely gave the Netherlands a darn good trousering. So all of a sudden, it's the doors have opened for us, providing we can get past Wales. It got a bit interesting now. We've got some goals, which is always a relief.
I know it's always the games where you think, oh, it's still 0-0 at 82 minutes. What's going to happen? But when they come early, you're like, right, okay, how many more has the game got in?
There's a bit of a running joke with that because I started in the last Euros of basically putting up petitions thinking, can I get a 0-0 draw? Because there were so many goals. The goals last Euros in England, the goals were really flowing. So I was like, well, come on, I'm gonna support the notion of a 0-0 draw, and it never happened. There was no 0-0s at the last Euros. There were last minute winners. It was all sorts. I was like, okay, I'm going to carry on doing it this time around, and there still has not been a 0-0 draw. And I think I did one. I think it was I was about to put a message out. I think it was in the before they went and open it. I was like, okay, scratch that one. But no 0-0 so far, which is obviously always good for the entertainment front. And Denmark got to respond now. But it's Poland on the ball down the line. No, Denmark picked it up. So it's all a bit frantic at the moment. I'll be honest, Denmark have sadly disappointed again. They did get a bit of a tricky one in the last Euros, obviously in the same group as Germany and Spain. But I would have thought I would expect a bit more from them. But against Sweden, I thought they were very average. Sweden Denmark was probably one of the worst games you've had at the Euros so far. It was a bit of a stink for Angadal. I think got the winner, Angadal, but it wasn't one for them.
It was just a 1-0, wasn't it? That one. It was.
Yeah, nothing happened. It was apart from the goal. It was a bit of a snooze fest, and maybe you could argue they're a bit. I would say unlucky with the winner, the nature of the win against Germany. But I think Germany had a few VAR calls also go against him as well. It was a bit of a cluster fruitcake.
Bit of a mix-up there for Sweden. There's no communication. Ball falls back to Germany, driven into the box. Oh, really good save by Falk there. Because I need to brush up on my German national team numbers. Buhl with her left foot, but Falk is even.
Oh, Denmark! Oh no, it's gone wide. Sorry, the number 20, Brun, decided to have a go from the halfway line. That was not a shameless plug, but it was. They had generally tried to go for the halfway line and missed by a considerable distance. But it was they spotted Semik off the line, but it wasn't to be this time around. Still
hey, if you spot your keeper off your line, you need to go for it, don't you? Asani driving through midfield, but her ankles are taken out from under her. Ref says, play on. But she's done the annoying thing, when players just stay on the ground and they have like a little strop.
No, get up, get up, get up. Goodness sake, because I mean, it's a bit harsh in this instance, but this is how the situation scenario is different, but it's how knocked up by the clearance. And obviously wasn't able to get up, but because of they had a player out of the game, it meant that Germany could get the winner. So if you can get up, do get up, because the lack of numbers is always a vulnerability in those situations. What have you made of Germany so far in the Euros?
I've been impressed. Their front line, very, very impressed. And I think it's always a mixed bag, isn't it? Because when you always know you're going to get a game, you always know that you can't take it for granted. And I think it's always one of those games where you're just like, oh, actually, can we do something? Because unlike, let's say, Spain, where the assumption is they're going to win because they've proven it so many times. Whereas I think with Germany, you think, oh, it's going to be tough, but there's a possibility.
You think Germany are more vulnerable? You think it's more like
you're more likely to get something, like there's a chance, there's a silver lining.
You reckon you could get something against Germany?
Yeah.
I haven't watched Germany as much as I've been able to. It's one of the few probably teams I've probably underwatched this Euros. I've watched all the Spain games, and I just think they're in a league of their own. Cross here by Poland. Header. Goal!
Ooh,
it's 2-0! And Eva Pyle has scored! Eva Pyle has scored for Poland! It's 2-0! And Pyle, the captain, has scored! It's finally happened. Oh, there are celebrations in the stand. The Polish fans are going mad. This is wonderful. This is history in the making. There's a big team huddle for Poland. Obviously, now they want to. It's 20 minutes into the game. This is a massively for them having a chat. I think it's probably just to cool heads, calm down. We're in a brilliant position here, but Denmark haven't. There's a lovely celebration there between Pyle and Kamsik there. So the ball comes here. It's Denmark trying to play out, and Pyle actually nicks the ball off them. They turnovers in the Danish half. Play down the line to the number 19 again. Padilla Badas, dink, and Pyle's cleared the back post. It's too easy. You cannot
give Pyle any space. She scored
give Pyle that amount of space at the back stick, and it's a glancing. It's well steered. It's the number 19 in front of her. Just can get the name here. I think it's Thompson. I think that she forward somehow has ended up playing defender. Gets in behind her. She didn't know they're there, and Pyle just has the simplest of tasks. She's done it time and time again for Barcelona this season, and obviously also before. It's a wonderful moment. It's like Jess Fishlock against Wales. Poland's star player has finally arrived, and I'm thrilled because she's my vice captain in the fantasy team. I've just got to remember to take her out when these round of fixtures are over. But I've played a long game on this one, and this one's finally paid off, so I'm thrilled with that. What a moment for Poland. Denmark, though, I mean, my word. They reached the final in 2017, and it was they knocked out Germany along the way to get there. And then since then, they've only won one game. That was a 1-0 against Finland in the last Euros, and they look like they're going to get the wooden spoon. They're going to get what happened opposite Wimbledon. No points, just nothing. It's really disappointing. I think it's harder here now.
And it's the difference between
Denmark.
I was just going to say the difference between Denmark's and Norway's, like both teams don't seem to be able to come together to
hang on. Sorry, Pyle's on a run here. She's on Pyle was on a solo run for the entire Denmark half, and they were just backing off her. Eventually, she got to the box, and someone got a foot in. In fact, there's the whistle's gone. There's a player down here. Just trying to see who it is. It's Pernille Harder, and she is in some discomfort here. This doesn't look good. It's the number 6 makes a tackle, takes the ball off her toes, and then I think she's pulled her hamstring because she's crumpled. No. It's not a foul. It's a clean tackle from Poland, and Pyle just simply storms forward. There's 4 defenders around, and they're all in mass retreat, and one of them eventually gets a toe in and takes the ball off her toes. But I think Harder's hamstrings twanged there because she just crumpled, and there was she's clutched the back of her leg, and there was no physical blow of the defender because the contact was nowhere near there. Yeah. She's just crumpled, and I think that's her. She's going up. Really? I think her Euros is earlier. And that's for a talent of Harder. For one of the most talented strikers in Europe, Pernille Harder, and you want her to have that moment, and it just hasn't happened for her in this tournament.
No. And our friend Alid in the chat wasn't expecting this. So glad I'm in the Polish end. Yes, Alid's been keeping us from today while he's been out there. Incredible pictures, and is at that game with all the drama. What a good choice, Alid. Well done you. But yeah, for Denmark, the the difference between them and Norway, when they both come together, it's really hard for them to get something going. But the difference with Norway, it's got in. How did that go in?
Who scored?
I have no idea.
It's either Sweden or Germany. Which
Sweden.
country?
Sorry. It was Sweden.
Wow.
But it just looked like a little chip. It didn't, like, on the camera angle, it didn't look like it was anywhere near the goal. Hang on. Bear with. Bear with for the replay. So, here we go. So, Bjorn wins the ball back. And then, don't put it in slow motion. Come on. And is that number 22, Sweden? And literally, she goes to, and this is why I didn't think it was going in, she goes to cross it, but Bull comes in to try and take it off her toes in the box, but the deflection comes over her shoulder behind, and Katrin Berger's not even expecting it to even come anywhere near her, so she kind of goes, wait, what? And tries to go down and get it. But there we have it. It was Holmberg, can confirm, number 22, Holmberg, scored for Sweden. So now it's 2-1. They are back as group leaders. There we go.
Can confirm there has been a substitution in the Poland-Denmark game. Pernilla Harder's Euros is over. She has been subbed off 25 minutes, and Bredgard has been brought on, and Harder is absolutely devastated.
Oh, bless her. You never want, I mean, you don't want your tournament to end anyway, but to end it like that, not on your terms, is devastating, isn't it?
Yeah. What was the German player? They did MCL in the end, I believe, in the first game against Poland. They were showing footage of her with the brace on the knee.
Julie Gwynn.
Yes, that's the one. That was, I watched that. I thought ACL, and was MCL. Yeah. You can recover. It's not saying it's easy, but it's an easier injury.
Easier than ACL, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. To have that beginning of the Euros.
Again. Rolfa can't. She can. Who she found? No, she can't. Okay, yes. So MCL. Yeah.
MCL, yes. To have that injury right at the start of the Euros. I don't know if she was. I think she was a defender, because I think she just made a really good tackle. I don't know if she might even be the captain. I'm not too up to speed on German football, but she was one of the key defenders, and just like that, boom, gone. Tournament's over, and you're forced to basically just spend the rest of the tournament sat in the training watching everyone else. I'm just watching the replay now that's come through of the Sweden goal. It's a jinking run, and it's an absolute mess. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's the defender kicks the ball, and it just
yeah, it was the ball. She's tried to cross it.
A freak deflection leaps over Berger.
Yeah, it just what a freak deflection.
But this is this puts an interesting psychological twist on the things now, because let's say these results stay as they are, Sweden go top and Germany come second. Is then for France? They kind of sort of paint themselves into a corner, because they know they're top of the group. But do they want to top the group? Because being in Group D, it's perfect because you've got the full picture. You can basically choose or try and game the system to choose. Yes. Do you go, well, we're just going to play the kids in this game, and to say throw the game is quite probably a strong word. A chance of Poland, but it's straight at the keeper. I'm not going to say you'd throw the game. That would just be unsportsmanlike.
Influence the result.
You may want to play a team that might lean a result more favourably to, because England men did this in 2018. They basically played a second string against Belgium. They dropped second in their group, and they got their path to the semi-finals. And I think that was fully deliberate, because they thought, I'd rather go down that route than the path of maybe facing whatever Belgium. I think Belgium had jumping France. But yeah, France, if they beat the Netherlands, they could face Germany. And so all of a sudden, it's like Serena's played 4D chess, and she's planned all this out and gone, right, my plan is to play Sweden in the next round, because it's complete luck, as these things obviously are. But it's a twist.
It's hard though, isn't it? Because looking at our group, it is so tight. So if
even Wales can qualify. Wales could get out of the group. Yeah. They won't, but they could.
Well, imagine if they do, though. I know, obviously, crap for England, awful for England. But if Wales did it, I wouldn't be mad.
I would be, because I've got a lot of friends who are Welsh and would definitely use this as a moment to twist the knife.
The shots. Left foot curled, but just not enough to get into the goal. Sweden looking very threatening, which fair play to them. for coming out, because, like you said, the way they started, you thought, oh, actually, are they going to be able to pull something together? But here we go.
They were pretty. Hotel staying in at a bar, and they were showing all the games, and everyone in the hotel was coming in and watching. It was quite cool, and that was the game they had on. And I thought that Sweden looked very scary in that one. The things with Sweden is they always look good early on, and then you get
mistake by the keeper. Is that Ritten Kaneryd? Comes forward. Can she slot it past? Oh, she should have done it. She should have had a shot, but she doesn't. She tries to cut it back, and the German defence was able to intercept it. Oh, what a mistake. But can Germany...
Oh, hello. Poland are behind. Dinked back. Volley. Oh, no, it's wide. Oh, what a chance. It would have been 3-0. It's the number 19. It's Bidas again. It's a deep cross to over top of Pio, but it comes to the wing on the back, on the byline, and she's stretching. It's a tough one. She's stretching for it, but the keeper was completely out the occasion. If she could have got the hook on that volley right, it just whistles past the far post.
Oh, how did that go in? The repeat of the handball. Is it a penalty? Is it a penalty for Sweden? The cards are coming out. Can confirm Nuskin already has a yellow in this game. Ref is showing another yellow to number 5, who is Vamsa, for the challenge. Let's have a look. Let's have a little replay. So again, Sweden break again. Aslani wants the ball and is able to... Oh, no, it's not Aslani. Sorry, Ritten Kaneryd. Comes down the right-hand side. Oh, switches it, takes it on the left. Oh, Rolfer right in the middle. And shoots it straight at, Vamsa, where it does hit her arm.
Is her arm in an unnatural position?
Floor in anger.
Right.
Yeah, it's got to have been given, hasn't it? Oh, she's in...
Is it a dog so?
Oh, God, has she already got a yellow? Oh, she's red. She's been sent off.
The chats were saying red. Chris was saying red card in the chat, so I assumed it was a double.
But she did...
Yellow for
was that a straight red then?
What I'll do is...
I'm sure she gave her a yellow. Yes, everyone in the chat. What happened? Chris is saying red card there.
Straight red.
Oh God,
straight red. No double booking. It was straight red for Vasma. Yeah, I'll get the live feed from both games on my thing, so I can just see what the stats and stuff. But it's all falling apart for Germany. I mean, you'd have backed them. Chance, Pio, number 8 shoots straight at the kick. Oh my goodness me! It's almost 3-0. Kamsik shoots straight at the keeper, straight at Oh my day! It's almost a clanger from Ostergaard. So Pio gets on the edge of the box. The ball's taken off feet. She shoots, and she almost flaps it upwards, and it hits the crossbar. She almost flips it over her own head. The ball. It's an easy claim, but she gets it horribly wrong. Comes off the bar and doesn't bounce over the line. But Poland are going to get.
I was going to say Poland sound like they are on fire. Yes, everyone in the chat saying,
they have.
It has to be a red.
So I can.
Should
I can only assume it's because it's a dog so. It has to be dog so. That's the only reason I'd read it. If it was, I think someone was suggesting it's a red card, it's a handball on the line. That's the only reason you do it. If it's going in and you've based it on a Luis Suarez and palmed it away, then or to that effect.
Oh, and she scored. Rolfer has taken it straight to the left.
Wow.
Mega, and it's now 3-1. Yeah, no. So I totally. Obviously now, it has to be a red. Of course it has. I just genuinely saw yellow when she raised it up. That's why I was so confused. So we're good.
Interesting about the suspension there, because it's a straight red. Because there was Lind, the Norwegian defender, I think it was, had they got double yellow in the Norway game. They were sent off and they missed, I think, one game because of it. If it's a straight red, it's multiple games. I don't know if it's 2 or 3, but that could wipe out. It's not just suspension. That could wipe out the tournament. Yeah, well, remember Lauren James had that in the World Cup because she got sent off. I want to say against Nigeria.
Oh, that was was that Nigeria?
I think it was. It was 0-0. It went to penalties, but she got sent off and she missed she missed the I think it was the quarter against Colombia and the semi-final against Australia. I think she came off the bench in the final, so I think it was a 2-game suspension she got in the end. So that's a pretty big loss for Germany. So going through, obviously now teams have an eye on them and think, crikey, Germany going in depleted. As Pio is having another run at the Denmark defence. They're all over the shop. Denmark trying to play out. I mean, they've lost a talisman Harder, and they just look completely rudderless now. It's a real shame. I said they made the final in 2017, but they've been nowhere near it since. Funny side note, actually, while it's in a bit quiet, I actually met Pernilla Harder over the summer. Well, I say met. We passed in the corridor, but I was lucky enough to go to the football sevens over in Portugal, and I went to the games the day before the final. And I went round and finished looking for the toilets and in facilities, and it's Pernilla Harder in full kit just walking past, and you do get a bit starstruck when you see, I know you're the one who scored a hat-trick against us in the early rounds of the Champions League, and now here she is, doing limbering up everything. It was, so crikey, it was quite a weird one going to it. The sevens, I should say, were superb to watch, and Bayern Munich and Manchester United were amazing in it, and loved the party atmosphere that they brought to it. Poland, it's a bit of a coming together. It's a free kick from the number. It's Hasbo, number 13, has just committed a minor indiscretion there. The Denmark manager Andre Jeglerts does not look happy. He is, of course, off. This will be his last game for Denmark. He's off to Manchester City. Just seeing now this handball. Oh dear. Oh, there's nothing subtle about that at all.
There's nothing, indeed.
Nothing subtle about it. That is a stinker. Germany, my word. I mean, I haven't been overly convinced by them in the tournament so far. I thought Poland gave them a really good game in the opener, but obviously Germany, why not a bit of run against, just taking him to the cleaners. I mean, it's pretty shocking, really. And I know Germany had a bit of a stinker at the last World Cup, but you always think, as a pie or no. I'd have thought this would be the one when they come back, because they used to be such a dominant force in European football. They won it, I think, 6 times in a row. It was just a given that Germany would win the Euros, but they haven't won it since 2013. And I mean, you look at what's happening there with Sweden. I mean, Sweden, they always do well in the beginning, and then they get to semi-finals and it all falls apart. Historically, I don't think they've reached I want to say 2001. I'm going to have to go to my good friend Google, but I'm pretty sure the last time they reached a final was, I think, Euro 2001, when Germany did them on a golden goal. But I will just do a mental check on that.
Fantastic. Graham has confirmed in the chat it's a 1-game ban, whether it's 2 yellows or a straight red. So there we go. But UEFA can increase it if they wish to.
Yeah, and I was right. Oh yeah, Müller with a goal. Even got 2000. Should say they have actually won the Euros. They actually were the first team to win the Euros back in 1984 when they beat England on penalties. Nothing more English
than
losing. Yeah, but nothing. Sadly, nothing for them since. No, nothing for Denmark. It's a pass that's gone straight to Seismic. Yes, Andre Jeglerts off to Manchester City, so that'll be interesting in the WSL. Next season, as they look to move on with their new manager now that Gareth Taylor's departed. Although rumours are he will be back among us very soon, if they are to be believed. If he may be at Liverpool.
Believed to be back at Liverpool, who are hemorrhaging players at the moment.
I know.
Arsenal's benefit.
I was wondering when this was going to come up.
I was going to say, usually we have a bit of transfer news, but the games have been so on it.
I know, it's been great. It's been taking us 37 minutes before we actually managed to talk about transfer. Yeah, Olivia Smith for £1 million. I mean, £1 million player was always going to happen at some point. And
because people were talking about obviously Naomi Girma, and everyone was like, yeah, but that was $1 million. And it's still a huge sum of money, of course, isn't it? But it's fantastic that clubs are starting to pay that money. And they're saying, you're worth it. Like, we're going to invest in the team.
I've loved the idea of transfer because Olivia Smith is I don't really only recently I've started to pay attention to opposing teams because my focus has always been Arsenal, but as I'm trying to get more into my writing and expanding my view on the WSL and the wider game, Olivia Smith is a player that's really was slap bang on my radar. I was like, wow, that is a player. Olivia Smith is a really good player. I think it was the goal she scored against Manchester City at Anfield. I think was Liverpool's first ever WSL goal at Anfield. But I was watching her, and she was just such a brilliant individual, bit of talent with the pace on the wing and some of the finishes. I mean, she tore Manchester United apart at Anfield, tore us apart in the FA Cup, to be fair. And so it's one of those players like, I wish we could sign Olivia Smith. I'd love it if we signed, but just because I want a sign player doesn't mean it will. So when I heard that, we've got 1 million bids to be accepted, I was through the roof. And that's happening on to Russo as the player I want us to sign actually coming to us. Again, Daphne's a player I saw at the last Euros in 22, and when I saw her in the playing at Bramall Lane, I was like, that's our next goalkeeper. We have to get her. And thankfully, she got a trial run at Aston Villa. And
you're welcome. We broke her into the WSL for you, and then she went on to fly for you.
We did it. We gave you a pretty fair swaps deal on that one. We gave you a Canadian international, and we got a Dutch international in return. So there we go. And now you've got a new goalkeeper. We should say actually, Aston Villa got a new goalkeeper. She was on the TV doing a bit of a punditry, but yes,
she was last night. Yes,
Ellie Roebuck has joined Villa. So
yeah,
happy with that one.
We had a chat about it the other night, but I unsure and happy to be proved wrong or right on any occasion. I think where Ellie Roebuck was, if we go back a couple of years, where she was first choice at City and she was in with the Lionesses, and you thought, it's really good talent. Because you need to remember as well, she's still what, 25, 24, 25, young.
She's still young as a keeper. She still hasn't hit her prime, but it's almost tragic just how series of events have all lined up and it's just completely wiped out her career with the injuries and rise of Mary Earps. She got injured at the wrong time.
Yes.
Just at the moment when Karen Barnes retired, she should have been coming in, and she had the Olympics, and after that, wiped out for the season. And then she had I don't know what the correct medical term was, but I think it was like a blood clot in the brain or a stroke or something. But it was something so bad that she was wiped out again.
Stroke. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's been personally, it's been a horrible few years for her. And the fact that she went to Barcelona and they signed her, and she had this year to be among what's considered to be one of the best teams in the world. Apart from Arsenal, of course. I
was actually watching that final back, and I remember just watching the final few minutes. I was watching it earlier today and seeing Roebuck on the bench. And I was like, oh, yeah, she was at Barcelona on the bench for that final. I forgot about that.
And that's the thing. I think she played 3 games, I think I was looking the other night. And if Villa can be a place where she can rebuild and reboot and get her confidence back and not have that pressure, because there's no Champions League expectations.
No.
And she can come in as cup keeper if she wants. She can, go against Sabs for the number 1 spot. So there's that pressure isn't there as well as if she'd gone to an Arsenal or a City or. So this is the right move for her. Then I'm happy to see how she does. Really.
Do you think she'll take the gloves off Sabs? Do you think she could be like Daphne took the gloves off Manu very quickly, actually, in the end? Corner comes in, claimed by the keeper. Do you think she has a competitive?
I don't think right away. But if you look at our goalkeeper list, we've got Sabs, Ellie Roebuck, and our only other keeper, because Sophia Pua went out on loan to London City. Hopefully we get her back, but we haven't heard anything, so we assume it not. Then, of course, we had Caitlin Talbot on a loan, but that's ended. So the only other keeper we've got is Sophia Kelly, who's from the academy.
Because you had one keeper, I remember. I think it was not last season before. Because she played against us, but she's gone now, isn't she?
So she was incredible. Massive shout out to Annalise, because she was brilliant, but she had some really devastating personal news, so she went back home because she's from New Zealand, and then she took a bit of time out, and she's actually just signed for a team I'll let you know which one. Hang on.
Yeah. Just in the replay here, it was okay, didn't go to VAR. There was a Denmark player who hit the turf at a corner. Looks like they were trying to win a penalty. Just sort of seeing this sort of desperate sort of situation, being 2-0 down. I mean, we should just say, I can't understate this enough. This is an incredible moment for Polish football, and I know we go into the cliches about inspiration and next generation and so team substitute rather. Take a shot and it's deflected at wide. I know it's a cliche that the inspiring next generation and stuff, but it really, really does matter. And I hark back to, there was a time when England didn't get to Euros. When it became this format with the group stage and so forth, and it wasn't just like a pure knockout or games in other countries or two-legged affairs, when it was the defined tournament we know now, and that only really happened, I think, in the very late 90s or the 2000s. When England used to turn up like Euro 2001, they were rubbish because Sweden battered them, I think 4 or 5-0. Germany knocked 3 past them. We only got 1 point, and we were very much in the origin point of our journey, much like Poland and Wales. So Wales have sadly lost 2 games, and they've got games to come. Poland have lost 2 games. They are going to win this one, hopefully. They haven't got out their group. I mean, England, when they hosted the Euros in 2005, they didn't get out their group. They won 1 game, lost 2, were out the group, and it was held, basically Manchester and Blackburn. That's what it was. It's people can watch them at the City of Manchester Stadium when they won, and would have been inspired by that. And it's just those slow building blocks. You get your foot in the door. Yeah. You get to your first tournament. You try and make a big impression. People at home watching, are impressed and want to learn to play football. And we should say same with Switzerland. Getting out the group is even bigger. Switzerland, I love that Switzerland as a host nation have really taken on board the tournament, and they've been rewarded for it by getting into the knockout rounds. And I've been seeing footage of the fans in the fan park celebrating that late equaliser, which was incredible. And you just think it's all positive and all good. So although we are going to sadly say goodbye to Poland, this win is going to be massive for them. And I hope in 4 years, 8 years time, they'll be put that anecdote aside. Denmark have just hit the bar with a header from a cross. Just right. We're out of time. 2 minutes of out of time. Denmark have just hit the bar and looping cross.
2 minutes here as well.
Yeah. Poland and Wales. Yeah, this isn't the end of their journey. It's just a start, and hopefully in 4 years' time, 8 years' time, they'll look back as England won 2005, saying, first tournament or first as that set up. But we got better and better and better and better. And the fact that Poland are qualifying, Wales are qualifying, they just got to keep turning up, keep improving. They'll get that, more and more wins. They'll get the next step is getting up the group, but it's just those baby steps. And this is a massive moment for Polish football, massive moment for Welsh football, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. Denmark just trying to build up a bit of steam here as we close in on the first half. It's another header, and it's just tipped over. It's Brun again. Denmark are really trying to put the pressure on as we approach the half-time whistle. Poland need the bell. They need to get half-time, just 2-0 up. It's a dink cross to the back. Seen is in between two defenders. It's a glancing header, and it's tipped over. It's a superb save. Well executed. It's either a save or it comes off the bar. I'm trying to see. This is the earlier chance I'm just showing now. It's Brun again. That was off the bar. Thumping header, but again, beats the 2 defenders are just rooted. They don't even react, but Brun's there. Leaps over the number 30.
I'll be 2 seconds.
And corner to Denmark just as we approach the last few seconds. So Thompson to take, going to whip it in swinger. Right under the keeper, it's on the roof of the net, and you would imagine that will be half time. In fact, Chris has just confirmed in the chat it is indeed half time. Yes. Harder looks on from the bench, and that's the half time whistle. Well, what a first half of football we've had. Woo-hoo! Poland 2-0 up, closing, not just scored their first goals in the tournament, but could be closing it on a first win for Poland at a European tournament. And from what I've told from people who know the Polish team very well, this is a very young Polish team. This is a team that could grow and become better and better. And Eva Pajor, the taliswoman, should I say, has got her first goal in May tournament, which is massive. She's had her Jess Fishlock moment, but this could be one step better. And for your game, Freya, I mean, where do we begin?
To the point where I couldn't even see colours anymore. That's how chaotic. this game got. But yeah, I mean, the fact that Germany came on strong and had 2 chances in the first 2 minutes, you thought, right, they've come out here to win. They're really attacking. What's Sweden going to do? But ultimately, it's been Sweden who've had the better chances. They've looked very compact. They've looked very together. Whereas Germany, they've tried and they've. Oh, hello. Adam will be coming back, said device not connected. That's okay. We'll get him back at some point. But yeah, it just very, very bizarre how Germany seemed to have fallen apart a little bit. Let's just see. Is Adam's currently a white box? I'll give it a minute for it to come back. Yeah, Graham, absolutely. Germany seem to have given their defenders the night off, it seems, yes, because 3-3-1 it is at half-time. There he is.
Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. I meant to just disable the webcam, and I pressed the wrong button and disconnected myself entirely. I don't know how this interface works, so I do apologise.
No, don't worry. I was like, oh, I'm suddenly talking to myself. I've gone really
No,
big.
sorry, that's me. I can't I'm very rubbish at this sort of stuff.
No, it's fine. But hey, we need to clearly get you on more often, Adam, because that's the best watch along we've had so far.
Really? Oh, come on! You've had Paul along with it. He's a pro compared to me. I'm just a mere Poland compared to his Germanicness.
Yes, I was going to say there's been moments where we've completely lost our heads, but to have this much drama.
Oh, you think I'm like a lucky mascot? Like I'm bringing the drama with me. It's just I am bringing the chaos.
Yeah, just to clarify, I'm not slagging off Paul.
Just I did feel like it.
I'm not slagging him off. I mean, for the drama in the chaos matches,
yes.
That's what it is. And I'm saying that Paul might even turn up for half time. He was playing hockey this evening, so we will see if he gets back, and then there'll be even more chaos. So there we go.
I can't imagine there being more chaos. I mean, what else?
I was going to say we've had penalties, red cards, yellow cards. We've had everything. So unless I don't know what else could happen. I don't know.
I don't know. God no. Germany turn it around, win 4-3. I mean. Lena Hurtig goal. I mean, that's got to be the next thing. Lena Hurtig getting another goal.
Lena Hurtig goal. Yep. In fact, Lena Hurtig hat trick. That would just completely seal the night.
We've got to manifest it. She's knocked out America from the World Cup. Now she's got needs to keep that going. I mean, I should say
if anyone can do it, Lena can.
Lena Hurtig can. We should say from an Arsenal fan perspective on Hurtig, it was a sad end. We all had high hopes for her, and it just we spoke about Roebuck earlier and some of the nightmares she's had of injuries and the bad luck, and Hurtig's much the same. Just basically 3 years of being injured, and it's sad. It was sad, really, and it takes a toll not just on the player but obviously on the squad, because then it means the likes of Mead and Ford then have to basically make up the hours effectively, because they're not.
Because they
haven't got that spare winger, so then they're playing more and more, and that does have an effect. But I was so thrilled in when I was in Lisbon that she got 5-10 minutes right at the end to come off the bench and help see the game out. And she did have that moment against Juventus, which we're all there for, right at the end, just to have that moment of like the 1-0 win of Juventus. That was Lena's moment of the season. She had that moment of heroism where it's like, it's like when you're in a like a school and you've got like a group project, but there's one person you want to give them that moment, like in a football team, you take that penalty to score that one goal, and then that's And I was really chuffed for Hurtig, and I wish her all the best. Is it Fiorentina? She's gone back to Italy now.
Yeah, she's gone back to Serie A. And I just. Because we spoke years ago, didn't we, about when she first kind of came into Arsenal. And we were like, where's she going to fit? Seeing what she's done for Juventus, where can she fit in? And, you're right. You just feel, when it's injury and then you can't play because you're injured, then you get a few minutes and you get injured again and there's no rhythm. And you must feel at some point that, you're not part of the team, even though you are, but because you can't contribute.
The problem is every season it became the old cliche, because it was like, this season Don't worry, she'll be like a new signing. That's issue. Hertig, this is she'll be like a new signing, and then like she's scoring like the Champions League qualifiers, and like, yep, we got the Hertig. She's fit and firing, and then 3 months into the season, Hertig's out for the season, and it's just like, oh, we're back to square one again, and then comes back in again, and you think, oh, a few early games in the season looks promising, and then no, she's out, and then. It was very, very, very sad. But we wish her all the best, and I'm really glad that she got to depart. I mean, in fact, you could say it's a very successful season because every season at Arsenal she won a trophy, which is incredible when you think about it.
She's done quite well.
And now she's turned up. She's won 2 continental cups and a continental trophy. I mean, say no more. And yeah, she leaves as she's. I don't want to say jokes, but a cult status sort of player. Just like, and then the moment, as I say, against Juventus, against a former club, but at home at Juventus, will live long in the memory.
I was going to say, it turns out for a couple of games, does something incredible, and then disappears for a season. Like, just completely iconic. And if she can settle in at Fiorentina, and you'd get glimpses of the player she is. And it's that player. And, sometimes it just doesn't work out at a club, doesn't it, for whatever reason. But yeah, we managed to see some fantastic bits from
just showing the highlights from your game on my screen, and I'm just seeing the handball, and it's just laughable. It is so laughable. Like, I'm sorry, take the goal. Like, it's not worth it.
No.
You're in the mistake. Just go 3-1 down. You stay with 11 players. You've got a chance. But it reminded me of there's a famous goal. I think it was it's against men's football. I think it was Stephen Taylor for Newcastle when there was a shot. And he clearly handled the ball and then like went down like holding his face or something, or like pretending he'd like taken it to the ball. And it was pathetic acting. He was rightly sent off and given a card, and a penalty was given. Yeah. But it's like, you can't bluff that. You can't as a defender, you can't, especially with VAR, you can't like make it not look like you've handled the ball when you've clearly handled the ball. You've panicked. Just complete stupidity. And Sweden, I mean, my word, what they could do in the second half is rather scary.
Yeah, because someone said in the chat, I can't find it now. Oh, it was Graham. Germany could lose this 5 or 6-1 if they don't tighten up defensively.
Wow.
Yeah, they need to be on it. They can't give players like Ritin Kanere down on the right. They cannot give her the space that they have. But speaking of transfers, Matt put in the chat, Adam, where's Olivia Smith going to fit into the team? Because there's been lots of questions about, is she going to be more of an impact sub? Is she going to take someone else's place straight away?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's a good question. There's been a discourse about this, and it ties in a bit with Hertig, because Arsenal, I think the idea is we want 4 wingers, and so you can basically have, let's say, 2 start and 2 finish. And that was always what Jonas Eidevall wanted. He basically wanted to have like a front three. He could play, 100 miles an hour for like the first 60 minutes and then swap them all out with some fresh forwards for the next 30 minutes to sustain the intensity. And he could never do it. Now, some of that, he's arguing that's a bit Goldilocks thinking. Which I always think is a bit sort of Gareth Taylor thinking. You're not going to get an injury-free season with a perfect lineup to play for the entire season. You've got to be able to deal with the setbacks. And one of those main setbacks was Lena Hertig, and it always meant that we were one winger short and we're shuffling about, and people got many extra minutes. Now we have Beth Mead, we have Caitlin Ford, we also now have Chloe Kelly. She's now been confirmed, and we should say we haven't signed Olivia Smith. I mean, she's not wearing an Arsenal shirt yet.
Well, that's the thing. It's not official, but everyone's...
It's not official, so I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to, because what will happen is this will get clipped up and put on social medias, and I'm acting like she's a player, and then it all gets very fun and get turned into a meme. But in the hypothetical situation where this plays out as it should, has been reported by Tom Gowrie in The Guardian, where he says that the bid has been accepted, so one would assume, medical, etc., and so on. If it all happens, we'll have 4 wingers, because then we'll have Chloe Kelly just come in, and then we'll have Olivia Smith. So I think it's both. I think it's simple. We can rotate. Sometimes under Rene, Chloe Kelly started and Mead came off the bench, as we saw in the Champions League final. But sometimes Mead started, and maybe Chloe Kelly came off the bench. And it's all about, like I said, rotation options. I don't think Arsenal will have a locked-in starting 11 of starters and finishers that Serena Wiegman might say with England. I think there will be a level of rotation, and I think also a level of competitiveness. I don't think any player should have a divine right to start. You have to earn your way into the team. I think, when he does. I think last season there was an element of manage the season out. She didn't get a full season. We were in a bit of crisis mode. So I think there was a bit of sort of finding a fixed system and then just running it to the end for example, I don't think Mariona and Kim Little was going to be our main double pivot for the entirety of the season. I don't see that having, well, legs really. So I think someone like Olivia Smith, I think it's quite simple. There's game. I mean, it sounds stupid, but some games she'll start, some games she'll be on the bench, and she'll have to earn the right to start, and it will push the likes of Chloe Kelly, the likes of Beth Mead as well. To add to that, I think Ford typically plays on the left. I could probably think that Olivia Smith may also be put on the left. I think it'd be Ford and Smith on the left. That's just as a guessing. I think Olivia Smith has an element of versatility that she can play anywhere across the front line, and I think Liverpool did do that. I've seen her pop up all over the place. I think you'll have Smith and Ford on one flank, say Mead and Kelly on the other, and we'll just pick and choose. Arsenal have got a bit of luck in one sense that we don't have any early Champions League qualifiers to worry about, and because of the Champions League, we don't have any group stage Subway Cup matches to worry about now. So it is just the WSL and the group stage, well, the new league phase, the Swiss model, Champions League, which I think it's 3 home, 3 away. But I'm sure someone in the chat can correct me how it all works out. It's all very confusing.
Sounds about right, isn't it? Yeah.
But we'll have a series of games there to deal with, mostly hosted at Meadow Park. There is a key twist that should be noted, and that's in the new year, the Asian Cup begins, and we will lose 3 of our Australian players to the Asian Cup, which is Steph Catley, Kyra Cooney-Cross, and of course Caitlin Ford. So going into the start of the new year, we're already down a winger. So immediately, Olivia Smith, we know then, if she comes, will likely get minutes at that position, providing, of course, she is fit and able to play so. Brings back to one of my early fears is I remember when we had Jonas's first season and we were just sort of point off the title and we thought, right, next season we're going to kick on. We're on a really good run of form. Let's take it into the new season. And then, what happened. We had 4 players in the treatment table for over a year, and it's just something as things. And now this season, people think this coming season, we're thinking, right, we've just won the Champions League. Let's go for the WSL. Chelsea won it 6 in a row now. We've got to go for it. And you're seeing that with ambition in the market, bringing in Chloe Kelly, bringing Taylor Hines to supplement our backline. The rumour now, obviously, bringing Olivia Smith. There's even been links of us, I think, with a goal. I want to say a Wolfsburg or a free agent goalkeeper. I believe it was at Wolfsburg. It was Freddie Cardi and the Gooner mentioned it. So it's clear that we're being really ambitious in the market and going for it. But then, as much we can plan for this, 2-3 months in, events beyond our control could happen, and all of a sudden we're having to change.
Well, that's the thing. That run of injuries you had with all the ACLs was just like you would never have even imagined that, would you? So yeah, that's it. And you can plan as much as you like, but you need a plan A, B, C, D, and just need to keep going for who you've got. And having that depth is going to be incredible. I wonder what that's like.
Well, I should also say, and the other key thing is luck. I mean, you're not saying Chelsea are lucky and they fluked it. They deserved their titles, but you do need events to sort of go your way. And I always think back to Jonas's first season. We only lost 1 game. We lost 1 game all season, and it was the bottom club away from home. And it was just the perfect combination of too many players injured at once. Combined, I think, with some COVID stuff that was happening around the same time. We lost some players, and Chelsea were able to get their games suspended. So when they got their games played, they had their full team, and it all got a bit messy just about a month into the new year. And we both, us and Chelsea, basically had a run of 10 games, and we were both perfect. We won all our games, and we missed out by a point. And it's just those fine margins. Awesome. I think the second half's about to begin. Well, it is for me anyway.
It is. Sweden, Germany has just kicked off. There is a double sub. Christy good. Janogy and Sembrant on for Sweden. And I saw Rolfer come off. And Natalie Bjorn as well has come off as well.
So it looks like it. Yeah. So two subs for Germany, 1 sub for Sweden. It looks like, I think, is that right? Yeah. I've got 1 sub. Maybe another someone's come on. I've got Sydney Lohman coming on. Looks like, in Hendrick, I think is what it said.
Yes. So for Germany, So Canucks gone off for Hendrick and Freigang's gone off for Lohman, and then Bjorn off for Sembrant in Sweden, and Rolfer has gone off for Madeleine Janogy. So right, even though it hasn't come up on BBC.
No, it hasn't. As I say, I've got the feed up, and it's only showing the Sembrant sub, so that's why I was a bit flummoxed. As for me, it is, as you were, just the 1 sub from the first half. Obviously, Pernilla Harder going off it again. Very sad to see that. I'm not up to speed with Danish football, but I don't know how many tournaments Harder's going to have. That's the thing with Denmark. Like I said, she was scoring in the final in 2017. You know, that's 8 years ago now. You don't get many Euros, so.
And that's the thing. It's, you know, how does she manage it so this wasn't the end of her international career, because that would just be devastating, isn't it? And speaking of our Paolo, look who it is.
Hello everybody.
Hello.
Oh, you need to mute your sound. We can hear the game.
Oh, is it too loud?
Well, no, we can hear it. Well, I could hear it. So.
Okay. Well,
so
I mean, it's no hardship. It's Sam Matterface.
That's why. If it is Sam Matterface, you're better off muting it. You're better off having.
Good evening, by the way, Adam. It is a pleasure to see you again.
Pleasure to see you too, Paul, as always. Clutch and burn. I'm assuming it's referencing a player.
No, clutch is German for fuck up.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, that is very much. That's very much been the first half. Freya can attest.
So, it's been chaos, Paul. You've missed a cracker of the first half.
I was trying to make a Goethe joke, but I couldn't quite get it to work. It was really annoying.
Wow.
No, it's honestly, Germany red card. We've had penalties. We've had all sorts. Pernilla Harder's gone off injured. It's
just me to pick the one game to piss about on an ice rink and thinking,
it was ice hockey.
How was your game? How'd it go?
I thought it was grass hockey.
No, ice hockey.
Right.
It was actually almost as chaotic as this because we lost 7-6. I had a fight, which I won.
Really? That's most unlike you, Paul.
There was some comment. There was some comment about saying I compared their defending to Leah Williamson and they found it offensive.
Don't know why that's a compliment.
It was
not the way Paul says it.
No, it was basically because the puck was loose and I took a swing at it, and the goalie took exception to me taking a swing at it and took a swing at me. And
oh God, okay.
Oh, chaos in the box. Oh, the number 14 there for Denmark almost got a goal back. That's
that really confused me then, Adam, because I'm like, how far behind them are we? So
Adam's watching the polling game, and I'm watching
the game on my iPad.
Germany. So Paul, you can choose which side of the madness you want to be on.
Bredgard, the shot there, it bounced around the Polish box for a bit there, and then just landed at the feet. Just took a swipe at it. But it went straight at the keeper, and there was very frustrated there. It's not been a good half for Denmark. I'm trying to work out who's had the worst first half, Germany or Denmark. I mean, the consolation for Germany is at least they're going through, but they've had it's been a bit of a clanger for them. Poland, bit of a scrum first half. No, Denmark's got the ball there, and it's just.
Kerry has. Are we after 9 o'clock? We are after 9 o'clock.
Just on 9 o'clock. So yeah.
Could be amazed if you're under 19, because. Kerry, in her inimitable style.
Apologies if we all disappeared there for a second.
No,
you did here briefly, but I was like,
you're back now. I think. Oh,
you're back.
We're all good.
But yes, in case you're wondering, at the level of reporting I've got, I'm on the way back.
Yeah,
I can hear you fine. Yeah.
Just fading in and out a bit. Oh, Poland had missed a tap in. It's number 19, Padilla Badas. Should have scored a second here. It's the number 21, Tomasiak. Dancing to box, low cross, and she's got to tap that in. It's near post, and she's completely miscued it. She's got to aim for the far post. It's a bad miss. Poland should be 3-0 up.
Is Natalia Padilla now one of those players where we're using her full name?
I'm just using it on what's written on the BBC website, and it's a double barrel. It just says Padilla Badas.
How about
I'm just calling her that.
There we go. Freya's back.
Yeah, we got you back now. I don't know.
There we go. Perfect. Good. There we go.
I think you did what I did during the halftime break.
No, I was trying to make it better for myself, but I've only made it worse. So there we go. Yeah. All good.
But yeah, if you're wondering about the award-winning level of reporting that I got coming into this, I was on the way back from the ice rink, which for people who vaguely know Coventry is about 10 minutes walk from me, just inside the ring road. I'm on the next junction round. And I got a text from Kerry, who decided to keep me up to date with everything. And verbatim, her text was, Germany are getting cunted.
They are. It's been a bad first half for Germany. Speaking of which, Poland are on the attack again here, are they? Oh no, just the Danish defence actually comes across. I was just speaking at Coventry. I will just bring this up, Paul, because you have been on the mind, and that's just, I'm doing my history stuff, and I've been doing the writing out all the history of the National League, well, Premier Division, Northern Southern Division, and so I've been going through, obviously, getting all the league seasons in and all the tables and the result tables on Wikipedia. And what's great is, obviously, you pick up not just the Premier Division, but the two regional divisions that are below, all the way back from like 2014 to the 1990s, which means every now and then Coventry City or Coventry United will pop up and I'll go, oh, that's Paul's team. And then they'll disappear again for a few seasons. And then they'll pop back up again. And they'll be like, oh, he's back again. And so
lamented Coventry United.
Well, yeah, well, they were Coventry City at first, then they became Coventry United, and then they obviously the name they are now. But it's always been great to go for. And the same thing also when I get Villa Aztecs. When Villa Aztec pop up and I go, oh, that's the
Oh, nice.
See them, yeah. So there's been a lot.
Have you also, if you're writing the history of Arsenal, have you?
That's done already. That's been done.
Oh, that's done. So you'll have got to the point, of course, where I finally realised I'd sort of made it as a commentary, which was Coventry United versus Arsenal in the quarter-final of the FA
That was
Cup.
the 4-0. No, this is way back. We're talking. I've got as far back as the late 80s on Arsenal when they
nice.
when they went from Ellsbury Ladies.
That's Katie Hendrich. That's Katie Hendrich.
Oh, is that Hendricks?
It is Hendrich.
Her own player got her in the back as they both jumped up for the ball.
Oh yeah, that's an unpleasant fall as
well. Linda got her in the back as they went for the clearance.
Sarai Linda, of course, not Linda Dowman, who is a separate.
Yes, it's Linda with the ER on the end.
Linda with an ER. And Sidney Lohman, of course, who shocked the football world a few days ago by moving to Manchester City in a transfer that nobody thought of.
Yeah, they leaked it on their merch site, didn't they, beforehand? Chance!
That's a fantastic noise from Adam. That is a reaction gift. They're just Joe.
It's a rocket from, I think it's from home. Tipped over the bar by Sesame. I'm trying to get the name. Bredgard, sorry, substitute. She's a rocket from right outside the box, but it's pretty much plumb centre down the line, straight at the keeper, and just tips over the bar. But Denmark have come out swinging here. They've got a corner.
See, this is the point. ITV, I kid you not, on ITV1 have Liverpool playing Preston in a pre-season friendly. Live coverage.
It just keeps popping up on the corner, and I'm like,
they're advertising it, aren't they? They're talking about it.
Lena Herzig is getting ready to warm up. Everyone, Lena Herzig sighting.
I do wonder.
Past, and that's
I do wonder if they're showing that Preston Liverpool game potentially as a tribute to Diogo Jota, which would make sense.
Yeah, I think that is probably what it is. Actually, they have said they are devoting that friendly for Jota. Player down in the box here. Denmark, I think, were trying to get a penalty here. Played through and.
Whistle has gone. Yellow card for. Is that Linda again?
It was Sarai, didn't they? Yes.
So
yes. As she goes into Aslani in the back of her. No attempt to play the ball.
This is the soccer Saturday you want. This is the vibes you want, isn't it? When there's absolute chaos happening.
So while that's happening, there's been a bit of a coming together in the Poland-Denmark game. I think it's Senior Brun's actually got almost clear of the defence. And then the number 6, Matiziak, sort of gets in front of Senior Brun just as she's about to take the shot. So what ends up happening is rather than kicking the ball, she comes through and wipes out the back of Matiziak. They all fall to the floor. Matiziak's come off the worse. And I think the ref's just given it as a drop ball to the goalkeeper. But for a brief moment, it was a coming together and it looked like a penalty shout, but the referee's called it spot on. It's actually a foul the other way. Poland trying to play out the back here. Denmark trying to squeeze here, and they have got the turnover here, so it's the number 4 playing it back.
So basically, Senior Brun has absolutely punted
pretty much.
And Matiziak.
And played through there and cracks the keeper. Is it? Yeah, trying to. Is it? No, it's not Amber Tiziak. Matiziak.
Matiziak. I was going to say Amber Tiziak is. She sounds Polish, but she's Belgian.
No, it's not Amber Tiziak. No, it's Matiziak, the number 6. Denmark coming through again, playing out wide to the number 15. 15. Thork's note taken off the toes. So it's still 2-0 Poland. But Denmark have, I tell you what, they've upped the intensity here. Poland aren't playing out as easy as maybe they were in the first half. You do worry for Poland if Denmark get themselves on the score sheet. But at the moment, it's still 2-0.
Sweden free kick comes in. Oh, misses everyone. If that had just fell really nicely for Lena Hurtig's head, that would have been.
I am mildly annoyed that I haven't come up with the somewhat predictable but still amazing 90s rave classic written about Poland's star striker. They've got the pile.
Ooh, nice bit of one-touch play here. Denmark have got a chance here. They've outflanked the defender. It's a shot. Ooh. Straight at Ostergaard again. She's like a magnet for the ball. Everything they're shooting is just coming straight at the keeper. But Poland there just danced through the defence there. It was a tricky angle to get the direction right. But Poland just a bit flappy there. But Pyle's got the ball here in the Poland spray here. No, it's not a play on that. It's gone through to the Danish defence. Try to play out from the back.
So this at the moment, I was having this discussion with Matthew, who of course we know from the chat today.
We do.
When we were on the live show, and we were trying to work out, obviously touching the wood of the table at every opportunity.
Yeah.
Which team we would prefer England to play.
We were having this discussion earlier. Yeah.
Because
Sweden.
However, though, the way Germany are playing, maybe I'd rather prefer them.
This is the thing.
Apparently, they said Lena Hurtig, former Arsenal midfielder.
No. That is for the clickbait, isn't it? That is just Arsenal fans everywhere, just with the obligatory.
No, I would have gone one further. No, they got it wrong. They should put Lena Hurtig, Champions League winner, Lena Hurtig, and because it was great, they were doing this with Frida Mornem. They did it with Frida Mornem in the Norway. Every time they shot to Frida on the bench, you have Jonathan Pearce going, and that's Champions League winner, Frida Mornem there on the bench. Get in.
Is Jonathan Pearce an Arsenal fan?
No, he's a Bristol City. But he's a Bristolian. But no, I just love the casual name dropping that in just on the whim, which has been fantastic. I'm hoping next season it will be Mariona Caldante Ballon d'Or winner, but there's a long way to go there. Spain need to win the Euros.
What is your thinking, Adam? Freya may have asked you this already, so I apologise. But what is your thinking on Olivia Smith?
We've had that discussion.
We just did it before you came on.
I'll enter it again. I'm thrilled because obviously we can now play we spent more than you, Chelsea. We've got the first £1 million signing trophy to add to our cabinet, along with the 60,000 attendance trophy in the Champions League final. In all seriousness, I like that there is a £1 million player because I've long felt that women's football, from a price perspective in the market, are badly underpaid for their talents, and I'm glad that it is a rapid rise of inflation, but I feel that it's great to see that the women footballers are being bought for a price which I think matches their value. Oh no! It's a clanger! It's a clanger from Oster. I said every shot has been going. Sorry, it's Sismek. Sorry, every shot has been going straight at Sismek, and this one has gone straight through her. I said in the first, I think it was Ostergaard had at the moment there was a shot that she pushed up and it just basically went almost over and hit the bar. The same's happened to the Poland keeper. It's literally hit the gloves and it's gone straight over her head and into the net. It's an absolute howler. Oh, this is disastrous for Poland, and it's a defensive mistake as well because the pass up from the back is just playing straight to the forward. There's no threat on the strike. It is straight at the keeper, and it's gone straight through her gloves.
See, that reaction alone has convinced me to ask Kerry to try and put ITV4 on.
Yeah, it's a disaster. It's sandpaper gloves. It's gone straight for her thing. Oh, she's got that wrong.
Don't worry about it.
Oh dear. And now, in fairness, Denmark have been the stronger side in the second half, but that is not the way you want to concede. If you want to concede a goal, at least make them work for it. It's an absolute howler. And now you think this is going to be a rough ride for Poland going into the last 30 minutes. But that's
absolutely worth it just for your slip. From complete calmness of I'm pleased because it's the first £1 million player.
No, I know. It's not worth it. Not for something like that. As someone who used to play in goal, I feel her pain.
It also reminded me of one of the greatest sporting clips I've ever seen. If you want to Google this, there is a clip from the Australian Cricket League, the Big Bash League, of a couple of years ago, and obviously they mic up the players and they mic up the batsmen.
Here, says hi.
Oh no! Yeah, I fully endorse Adam's reaction, having just seen the replay. Oh my word! Yeah. Every football lad banter account is going to be.
Yeah, that's the wider point. I'm sure that there will be those tweets and videos. Sadly, but I tell you what, Poland have got a chance on the counter here. It's a terrific switch of play here. Out to Fadila Badas, number 19, facing number 11, Katrine Vi, dancing in the boxes.
Put it this way.
It's coming for the cup stick and it's got taken off her toes. Yeah.
Put it this way: if the scariest player in women's football, Olivia Vosch, is moved to give the goalie a hug, then
must have been. I was going to say I feel left out now. I'm the only one of the three of us who haven't.
You don't want to. You'll see it eventually, but you don't want to.
You'll see it because you'll see. I don't know.
They'll put
the football league wankers. Retweet it.
Yeah, they'll show it on your feed because they'll do the box thing. They'll show the goal, but it's Hasbro's by the way has gone off, and Home Guard has come on. K Home Guard, which is the other Home Guard.
Karen.
Karen Home Guard's come on, so both Home Guards are on the pitch now.
Meanwhile, the Sweden-Germany game has just shown the cutest little Swedish fan.
Sorry, Sarah Home Guard's come off, so we've gained a Home Guard and we've lost a Home Guard, and Nadia Nadim has come on as well onto the pitch. So the number 9.
Yes, and for Germany, we've had more substitutions. Schuler has gone off.
Surely not.
And Hoffman, I believe, has just come on.
Oh, right.
Number 18 for Germany.
The Hoff is on.
Zehoff?
Hoff and a Poff.
He's looking for freedom.
Indeed. Well, Poland having a swing here. Looks like it. I think the goal might have actually lit a fire under them, but we'll see if they can get their 2-goal lead back. We were talking about Olivia Smith. I was thrilled. I'm great that this level of money is being put on a player because I've always felt that players have been badly underpriced in the market. I think I'm not saying that we should get down the route of £100 million players like we see in men's football, but certainly I believe this is a value that is more aligned, shall we say, with I think how players should be spent. It's not going to be the last £1 million player. We'll go up to 2 and 3 and 4 in the coming years. There is an argument, I would say, that some people say, well, you're going to price out clubs at the market, which I say, I'm sorry. If clubs like, and no offense, Freya, if clubs like Aston Villa and Everton and Leicester City can pay, but no, Newcastle is sports washing. That doesn't come into the argument here. The lesser clubs like not like the Evertons and the Leicester Cities and I was going to say Spurs and so forth.
Can Everton be in that bracket anymore?
Well, there is a case for that. But the clubs that say, "Oh, we can't afford to keep up," and I think, yes, you can. If you can spend X amount of money on your men's team, £10 million on a player, £50 million on a player, you can easily spend £1 million on a player as well. The only problem is that the market hasn't obviously been there. It's getting there. Liverpool actually have a bit of a problem because they now have the £1 million ticket, or will do if this all goes through, which means that every other club, when Liverpool come and knock on the door saying, "Can we have your player?" they'll go, "Yes, we'll have £1 million for it, please." And they'll go, "Hang on a minute, you've got £1 million, we want it." So all of a sudden, it's going to be they're going to spend over the price of the player. Basically, they're going to pay more because the clubs know they've got more money. So there's an interesting conundrum there.
I think
inflation's only going to cycle higher and higher and higher because of it. As for the talent, I think Olivia Smith's a talented winger. I think she's definitely one for the future. I was really impressed with her in her first year at Liverpool. I'm really excited to see where she goes. I wanted us to sign her. I can't believe we actually did or will do, which I'm really excited about. I think it gives us 4 wingers. I think she's going to be a great option as maybe a rotation for forward. And I think it's a really good show intent at a time when Chelsea have been making big money signings on like Myra Ramirez and Naomi Girma recently. It's a real show of financial intent that Arsenal are going to go, no, we're going to go one further. There is a bit of a joke because of Claire Wheatley. She's been trying to do the big money move before because she tried to do it with Russo, tried to do it with Walsh. We did get Russo for free in the end, which is again very funny. We didn't get Walsh. Claire's finally got her player for the price that she's been threatening to spend on, which is nice. So I'm all for it. I think it's a great signing. The only problem is now is obviously Liverpool have lost their ace player. They've got to replace her somehow, either with quantity and getting a number of players to cover it, or they go big on a quality player and hope that they can attract the player to, I assume, the Gareth Taylor project.
Well, I agree with you, and I think that it reflects incredibly badly on Liverpool.
Yeah.
And the reason I think it reflects incredibly badly on Liverpool is because only a couple of minutes ago, Liverpool did say Olivia Smith is a building block, and it will have to be an obscene level of payment to sell her. Which,
to be fair, that we're talking in the relativity of women's football, £1 million is that obscene amount. You know, Liverpool.
I disagree. I think
it shouldn't be. It's the most amount of money spent on the player. So in the relativity bubble of what exists as the top amount, Arsenal have gone beyond that. So I don't believe £1 million is an obscene amount of money. But I mean, in the bubble economy of women's football, it is, because it's the most.
If you look at the majority of players going for, 100,000 ish around that. Villa spent, I think, was it 220 on Gabby Nunes, and then I think they got Paula Tomas for free in with the deal to make it. I don't know. So if you think that's kind of the average teams are willing to spend on a good player, then a million's mad.
Yeah,
I do think that someone like Olivia Smith is a player Liverpool should have turned around and said, no.
Yeah,
and because really test Arsenal's resolve, because it's like, okay, because Arsenal have come in and just gone, right, we'll just offer a world record fee and they'll accept it because it's Arsenal, and Olivia Smith will move and sit on the bench for the Champions League winners because she'll want to rather than build a statue.
I don't think she'll warm the bench. She's going to get game time.
I will enjoy it as a lover of chaos. I will enjoy the inevitable stories in about February when Chloe Kelly isn't getting the playtime she expects, and we'll start.
Go on, Stina. Go on. Chase her down.
Why is Chloe Kelly not playing every game for Arsenal?
Well, no, I don't. I think that. Also, I think there's an element of phasing out as well. I think Kelly, if there's any player, because I think Beth Mead and Caitlin Ford, I think their contracts will run out soonish. I think.
Do you think they will be allowed to run out?
I think problems at the moment. We have not yet reached the economy where clubs are scared of contracts running down. I think there are at the moment there are no financial qualms of letting players go for free. That doesn't exist. It does in the men's game, and that's why you often see final season preposterous contracts running out. But if the contracts of our players run down and the players want to move elsewhere, there's no qualms attached to it. Why Hurtig departed without a fee, that's fair enough. Do
you not think though that with certain players at Arsenal, because of the view of their fan base and because of the attachment, and because let's be blunt, of the Lioness's tax, when Arsenal let Miedemar go, there was reaction, but at the end of the day, everybody kind of went.
I think
it didn't get the reaction that Chloe Kelly leaving Man City did, or anywhere near the coverage, arguably.
Blackstenius is off.
I think there is a bit of a difference there. We're just seeing here, chance here for Denmark. No, it's played away. No, it's not. It's a bit of a scramble here. The number Poland sat deep here, but there's a chance here for a low cross from a number 4. And Nadim had the chance there for the equaliser. It was just taken off her toes, but it looked like it was set for her to score the equaliser. It's still there for her. It's a goal! It's 2-2. Nadim has equalised for Denmark, and it's a defensive mess from Poland. The veteran striker has struck. She turned down Soccer Aid to play at the Euros, I think, and now it's 2-2. And it's all gone wrong for Poland. It's all gone wrong for Poland.
You're doing so well. It's
Desmond. 2-2. It's Desmond. Ball's crossed in here. Was there an offside? We'll see. Yeah, the number 2 just can't get the ball off her, and Nadim just muscles her way through. It's trying to see who it is. Yeah, who's number 2? Yeah, substitute. Wanakowska came on for Tomasiak. The Nadeem's just too strong, just outmuscles her completely, and then just tucks the ball past the keeper for 2-2. And
I am also excited in the Sweden-Germany game. Ellen Vangerheim has come on, and there has been a lot of chatter about her recently.
There is a goal check.
I did goal check.
Don't take the goal away from Nadia Nadim, because that'll be a lovely
it is an offside. It did look offside. It looked offside when I watched it in real time on the replay, and it's the right call. The Nadim has come from an offside position to reach the cross. So she gets the cross in an onside position, but she was clearly offside when the cross has come in. It's a mistake by the official to not spot it in the first place, and we'll get the semi-automatic offside to show it. In fairness, VAR was very quick on this to pick up on it. It's a let off for Poland. It's a massive let off for Poland. It's still 2-1. They still have the lead, but it was very poor defensive by them. They've just been saved by an offside of Nadim coming from an offside position to get involved in the play. We're just going to wait for the replay to come up in a minute. We'll hopefully show the lovely lines and the CGI graphics that we all love. Denmark, they're still on the attack, though. No, Poland robbed it. And they're going to try, but is that going to be...
So currently, then, we're looking at Sweden versus England or the Netherlands.
Poland got 3-on-2 here. It's Pyle in the box. I'm doing it on her own, but she's laid it back to the number 8. Is she? No. Denmark have taken off. But Poland look a threat on the counter. So this isn't a long talk.
How is it just the 73rd minute, by the way? It feels
it's 70 for me. It's flying by. It's flying by. What you were saying about the... Oh, just hang on. There's another Poland. It's just end-to-end. It's like a basketball game. It's just end-to-end. Both sides just... There's no time to breathe here. Poland have the ball back now in the Denmark half. Denmark are just sort of very sluggish here. They tried to link over the top. They could go for a Polish corner here if they play it right. They have. Katrine Weiss conceded the corner. Poland have got a set-piece opportunity. Just very quickly, while we have this break in play, they're just going to show the offside. I mean, to say she's practically back in Denmark, it's miles offside. Mm-hmm. You could drive a bus between her and the defender. Honestly, it's criminal that the official didn't pick it up. I mean, it's like basic. It's not like a marginal one like we saw maybe in the France-England game. It's clear as day. She is miles offside. It did look suspicious on the replay. Yes, corner about to be taken from Poland. Obviously, the big heads are forward. See if anyone can get their noggin on it.
I'm just going to use my language skills, he said, showing off, to go and have a quick look and see what German Twitter is saying about.
Oh, I bet they're having a head loss. If this was England, I would be head lossing. So I imagine they're not happy either. Corner comes in from Poland. It's a low one towards Pyle. She sweeps. It's a miss hit. It's... Two, that's another miss hit. It was there for Pyle. It got blocked, and that's going to go right into Rosette. And yes, out. So tried to go for the clever set piece routine there, a low ball, rather than go for the aerial threat, and it nearly set up a chance for Pyle. But yes, it's still 2-1. And I don't think you can really compare the Miedemar and the Kelly situation. The Kelly had been ostracized completely from the team, and I don't think there was that much noise. I can't talk for Manchester City fans, but my impression I got is I don't think there was much demand from the wider world that why is Chloe Kay not starting. Helped, of course, by the fact that Man City had started the season rather well. Problem with Jonas is that Miedemar was sort of in the team, out of the team, but there was always suspicions about her, and she was again a very, very popular player with the fans, and the manager Jonas was very unpopular. So there was a bit of discourse there. The problem is, against your argument is Renee Slagers is cast iron favourite in the Arsenal fan base. So nobody is going to go and question what she does. She can just put a Champions League trophy on the table, whereas Jonas couldn't do that. So Renee has got clout. She's got support from the fan base. So her decisions are not going to be questioned. And also, I think that the fan base, I'm not going to worry about, when you start questioning...
That's a good pass. Can she finish it? No, she can't. Missing Canada chance into the hands of Berger.
People don't question why players are starting and not starting when you're winning all your games and you're top of the league. fans start questioning that when you're fourth or third in the table and you're underperforming, because you're thinking, if Arsenal are third or fourth in the table and Chloe Kelly has maybe played 4 or 5 games, maybe then fans will go, but that's purely hypothetical. If Arsenal do the season they are looking to do, which is challenge for the title, they won't mind it if Elizabeth Smith plays 1 game, Chloe Kelly plays another game. So I don't think that will happen there. Poland got another chance here. Payot for in the box. She's going to dink it in. Miscue volley. The number 2 shoot. It's a goal. It's a goal for Poland. It's 3-1. It's in off the crossbar. Poland have taken it's the substitute. It's Winkowska who came off the bench, and it's in off the crossbar. It's brilliant. Mad in the stands. Denmark are now 2 goals behind again. So from minutes, literally only minutes ago, they thought they'd equalise, and the Demon thought they got the equaliser chalked off for a clear-cut offside. And Poland, the goal, the false goal, if you will, sort of scared them because they've been much better. It's either Payot it initiates it. The first, it goes to a player in the box. I'm trying to get the numbers. The number 19, Padilla Badas, who basically air kicks it. She hits her standing foot, but it falls to the number 2, Winkowska, and she just smashes it first time in off the crossbar. Keeper no chance. Poland 3, Denmark 1. Poland closing in on their first win.
Oh, it's going to show it. Hang on.
It is.
For the Euros.
It hits it. Oh, falls beautifully.
Yeah. It just lines up perfectly, and she has the composure to get it under the crossbar.
When it hits down off the crossbar, isn't it? That's really satisfying. Oh, beautiful.
That is a proper, I guarantee, if she's proper Polish, which she is, I guarantee she swung at that and just gone, Kurwa! Like, properly.
I have heard that. I have seen that in some of my group chats, that phrase. I'm guessing it is a Polish term of celebration.
It's a Polish term of something.
Yes, and it's Poland 3-1 up now. So Denmark are they're getting a bit of a pie in their face here because they're having lost to Sweden and lost to Germany. They are now losing to the debutantes. This is not the way they wanted to go out of the Euros. This is not the way manager Andrea Jeglerts wanted to end his Denmark manager career. Yeah,
I'm sure Manchester City fans are loving watching this, knowing that he will.
Well, that's one way to look at it.
How much of an impact do you think that's had? Because they announced it, obviously, when he's away with.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I like
that
too.
He's just like, sorry, girls, I'm off. Just
it's not a good look. I suppose it can go both ways because sometimes you could be like, if you're really behind the manager, it's like, well, we'll do it for him, we'll do it for them, or whoever is managing team. Yeah, we know you're off. We want to give you a big send off.
And if you don't care, and it's Andre Jeglerts, they go, well, sod it, we can't be asked.
I was looking up the chap, actually. I believe, if you look up cynical in the dictionary, you'll see a picture of that foul. Andre Jeglerts, I think, I'll work me correctly, but I think he was the manager of Umea way back in 2007 when they played in the UEFA Women's Cup final against Arsenal. He's had quite a bit of a history in the Damallsvenskan, Swedish top league, and we'll see if you can.
I just say as well? Sweden make it 4-1.
Wow!
Lina Hurtig is not offside.
Lina Hurtig.
Has Hurtig scored?
Hurtig has scored with a tap.
Yes!
Oh, it's beautiful. She didn't even react. It was just
I mean, Sweden can't believe their luck. I mean, now the cards have just fallen in their lap.
The stands an absolute sea of blue and yellow.
Come round in a group chat to just kind of have to take stock. So it comes in from Madeleine Ginogi out on the left hand side, cuts it across. Initially, comes off Ritin Canarid, back in, and Hurtig just went, yeah, right, with her right foot, taps it. And just
obligatory moment here as an England fan.
On that, the composure was beautiful.
Who do you want, Paul? Sweden or Germany? Take your pick.
I am now thinking of Lucy Bronze and Alex Greenwood versus Madeleine Janogy and Johanna Ritin Canarid. And I don't want it. I don't want it, Adam.
Here's the problem. I've got many concerns about the defence of England. We did try against the Netherlands, but I think that obviously came to how the Netherlands played, which is quite poor. Ball over top here for Poland. Clean tackle.
And the thing one of the many things that really annoys me about the coverage of England often is the absolute refusal in most quarters to acknowledge if England play against a team with wingers, we're fucked. Like, honestly.
Yeah, no, the problem we got is like Lucy Bronze. Look,
yeah.
Lucy Bronze, great fullback for England, but she's too attacking. Her strength
gets carried away, doesn't she?
Yeah, her strength is her attacking, and it's a really good strength, and she's really good in the final third. But it's also her weakness, because if you play against a fast team like Spain, a fast team in transition like Spain or France, and it happened in the France game, and they got away with it, but they just take the ball off her toes and just launch it back to where she was just run from, and suddenly you've got a defensive hole. I don't like Jess Carter at fullback, and we saw a bit of that when obviously I think it was Cascarino.
Either of these teams, because of the two, you kind of think, right, okay, would you? It's like choosing between the devil and the deep blue sea, because it's like
choose your poison. Choose your poison.
Choose your poison. Like you say, because with England's fullbacks, you've either got Clara Bull and Eula Brand running at your fullbacks, or you've got Madeline Yanogi.
Brand has had a fantastic game, by the way. I just want to say that before I forget.
Even though they're losing 4-1. For me, I would happily have Greenwood, purely because she is a left back. Because too often we just keep playing midfielders or wingers at left back rather than a left back. Or strikers like Rachel Daly. I'd rather just play a left back at left back. Just seeing the goal here for Lena Hurty just come up on our screen, dinks the back post, roll across. I mean, that is so casual.
It's
so casual. It's
go on then while I'm here.
I know. It's just.
I mean, this is the thing as well, that when Johanna Rytting-Kaneryd was announced as re-signing for Chelsea. What really surprised me was the reaction from a lot of the Chelsea fan base of, oh, well, that's no ambition, is it? Why are we signing her? Why aren't we going for a proper... Like, she's one of the best wingers in the world, you absolute plebs. Like, honestly.
Yeah. She had a good start. The thing is, I think she had a good start to the season. But I remember watching her against Manchester City at the Etihad, and she'd have these really good runs. They'll get her into space, and then the final ball just wasn't there. Or the final third decision making wasn't there, so like the cross will be missed. Denmark have got to go back. It's Sinja Brun. It's 3-2. The chaos continues.
Right, Adam, what are you doing tomorrow night?
I am covering and writing up Netherlands versus France, so I'm afraid I'm not available for this one.
Just imagine.
Sinja Brun has just pulled a goal back with 7 minutes to go. It's played out to the left. I think it's a cross from deep. She's onside. This won't be chalked up by far. There's 3 defenders around her, but she outleaps all of them and heads it past the keeper. Close range. Keeper's got no chance. Reaches for it, but it's already past her. 3-2 to Poland. We've got 5 minutes or so for Poland to hang on for what would be their first ever win at a Euros. Strap yourselves in. It's going to be a heck of a run.
I'll tell you what.
Well, the substitute... Yeah. Is that what you're going to say, Paul?
She's a racing snake, Selena Churchy, isn't she?
Oh, fantastic.
When she goes.
No one was with her and chipped it and just side netting. That was so close to getting one back from Germany.
She just set off through the Swedish defence, who aren't exactly slow, like shit through a goose. She was gone. Like,
sorry, like what?
Shit through a goose.
No. I've not heard that one either, Freya. Don't worry, it's not just you.
Have you really not heard shit through a goose?
No, I think you're just making these up, Paul. I think what we need to get is like a bulk of like Paulisms of just like a book of just like catchphrases, just stock phrases like like a dictionary, but it's like I don't know.
Have you ever heard read shit off a shovel?
No. No, you're making these up.
I'm not making.
What we need, get like a we'll call them wheelisms, and it's just a casual book of just like stock phrase that Paul has just dropped in the pod, and then we just like a little definition, or like
we can have a supercut.
Like an example of phrase, like the what's it called, urban dictionary, I think it's called, when they show like a phrase of how that word is used in action, sort of thing, and it's just something Paul said on social media. Yeah. Denmark got a corner here, and it's headed clear. So yes, 5 minutes to go. 3-2.
Yeah. And Sweden got a free kick. Here we go. Curls
I will
in.
point out as
Can
well,
they make a
speaking of
five?
Sweden,
Oh, no, they can't.
Linda Sembrant, she went to school on a dinosaur, but she's still playing at a really, really high level. Like, she's what, 38 now? And she's still marshalling.
Let's just check
Sweden
before
centre-back.
we.
Hey, if we're talking about players who are, in the later 30s but playing at a high level, shout out to Jess Fishlock.
Indeed.
The oldest
Sembrant
player.
is 38. Can confirm 38.
Fishlock, the oldest player to ever score at a Euros. I mean,
Lovely.
that's some going.
Or the youngest Welsh player.
And that as well. And Poland got a chance here on the
Until
counter. It's
tomorrow.
number 17. Checks in, shoots. Keeper. It was at the keeper, just lost it briefly, but got it the second attempt. But that was number 17. That was. Trying to find her in the list. She was another substitute. Stavinska came on the 81st minute. I think I was winded there. But yeah, it was Poland are just doing, understandably, doing Denmark on the counter and doing a very good job. But yeah, cuts inside it straight at the keeper, straight to Ostergaard, and gets it at the second opportunity. So yeah, still 3-2. So clock is ticking towards 90.
I'm immensely proud, by the way, of the fact there is a Polish lady who's just started as a volunteer at our work.
Oh, cool.
And I was talking to her, and she's a little bit uncomfortable. Well, not uncomfortable. She's self-conscious about her English, even though it's better than mine. And we were talking about the Polish women at the Euros and stuff, and she was incredibly freaked out that we could pronounce Polish names.
Oh, like Eva Pyle.
Like Zavi, like not even Eva Pyle, some of the trickier ones like Zawiskowska and Meshash and all that sort of stuff. And she was like, English people don't know how to say this. It's like, yeah, but
some people. I mean, I don't. I can only say Eva Pyle because I'm friends with somebody who, for them, it's their life and soul, and I hear nothing but of them. The other players, I'm having to guess, unfortunately. But I would always.
You're doing a very good job. You're pretty close.
Oh, thank you.
If you bear in mind a W in Polish is a V.
V, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's pretty much.
And that's the thing, isn't it? Once you know a couple of what that letter sounds like and that group of letters, you can then kind of start to.
And like SZ and DZ is more like an SH.
Yeah.
Which is why
I didn't know that. So
which is why it surprises me so much that professional commentators don't do it. And this is again a thing that we've ranted about on the podcast on many times.
Yeah.
But
you learn, you look for the patterns and you apply it, and it's not that bad.
Are we allowed, by the way, in this enlightened 2025 to point out players that we just have massive crushes on?
If it's not in a creepy way, you can.
Can we not go down this barrel, because I fear what we may unearth beneath it.
Okay.
Can we get to football and leave fantastical behind?
The fantastical simply that if I was only given one winger to pick in a fantasy team, it would be Eula Brandt every single time, because she is an incredible player.
Yeah, her speed still in this game. I know, obviously, they've only scored once. It doesn't look like it on the surface, but some of the runs she's made in this game has been phenomenal. So, and this
is what worries me, because if Germany face England, then Eula Brandt up against insert makeshift left back here.
Well, I think it's. Greenwood wouldn't be a makeshift left back because she's left back. I know she plays left centre back for like Man City, but she can play left back because that was always her game. For me, right back Lucy Bronze. She has the experience, but she can't get back into space, and if they're quick, they can exploit it.
The only trouble is England don't really have another right back.
I would like to see Myla Tissier, but she won't. But she doesn't get picked.
Savina Wiegman considers her a centre back. That's the problem.
She could play both. She could play right back. She could play maybe as a centre back. I would like to see Lotte Wubben-Moy played in centre back, but Serena has a pick. The problem is if you keep shuffling with defence at this late stage, as Poland just lose the ball there, but it's.
Oh, can Germany? Save!
Nadine.
Deflection, straight back to the feet of Hoffman, and it's pinball in the box. Oh, Falk manages to just palm it out, but that was close.
I think someone wants some attention. I don't know who it is, but there is a cat who is pining for somebody.
That is Nancy, Adam.
That's Nancy.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Who is just as much a character
Denmark clears the crossbar. They are into the 90th minute. I'm just going to try to find out how much out of time there's going to be here. It is still 3-2 to Poland.
2 minutes here, and we're just into the first minute of
okay.
What I will say, in something that Adam, I think, will definitely get on board with, it's tournaments like this.
Down, collision. No, don't be injured. Don't be injured.
It's tournaments like this that make you realise. I wish every so often I find myself 2 or 3 times a season wishing Kim Little was English.
Yeah, 4 added minutes, by the way, 4 minutes by the time. I would flip that a bit more, and I wish that Scotland had a competent manager, because they have the bigger. It's not that I wish Kim Little was English. I wish she did, because then she's a great player. But the bigger issue is Scotland have had not just Kim Little, they've had Caroline Weir, Jen Beattie, Lisa Evans. That is a side that has said, Erin Cuthbert, so much talent, and they've been managed by Pedro Martinez Losa and Shelley Kerr, which, as an Arsenal fan and as someone who's read up Arsenal fan, were to put it politely, very average managers. Some people would say stronger words than that, and by having their manager in Scotland just completely wasted all the potential that team had. Kim Little should have been at, I think she had 1 World Cup, I think she had the 2019 World Cup, but she should have been at many, many, many more tournaments. And interesting, Scotland's only win at a major tournament, Euros and World Cup, was against Spain. Ooh!
It's mad, isn't it?
Denmark have just had one juggled off the line by Sesmic. 4 minutes, we're just coming into the minute second. It's still going. Cross comes in. It's behind for a goal kick. But just for a moment there, it looked like Denmark were going to get their third. I think it was Nadim. I think it might have been with the header. Cross comes in. Keeper's a bit stranded. And just on the line, just managed to reach up and just sort of pluck it off the line, and then gets it at the second attempt. But just for a brief moment. She flicks it away. She palms it out and then just sort of flicks it away before a Danish player could get on it. Yeah, that was
what does please me about this, by the way. The German players, even though they qualified, look genuinely upset and annoyed.
Well, they're going to come. They're going to finish second in the group. They're going to. Well, if the cards play out as we assume, they're going to play France rather than England. If I were Germany, I know who I'd rather play in that situation, because France look really good, really, really good. Certainly more so than we do.
So what a matchup now then, because we officially know it is Sweden topping the group.
Yeah, and Germany second.
Coming in second.
And who had that on their bingo card before tonight? I certainly did not. I thought this was going to be Germany's sort of return to the top. After 6 on the top, they'll be coming back on top, but it would appear not. Into the final minute of time here. Another cross into box by Denmark, headed clear. It's come loose. Looping volley over the bar. It's a real hint of desperation, that. And I think the game is up. We've got about 30 seconds left to play here. Well,
can I just say, everybody?
Yeah. Yep, top of the group.
My bracket predictor. You can't see it because I've got it screen.
There we go.
Unfortunately, though,
Paul, tell me who I should put £1 million on.
Unfortunately, Group D didn't quite go so well.
Oh, well, you thought Wales would finish above France. So,
that didn't go well. I was convinced France were going to implode in classic French fashion.
No, I think that's going to be the Dutch this time around. Right, we are past the 4 minutes. Comes the keeper, and that's the full-time whistle. And Poland have won 3-2 against the 1990. Oh, no, it's Norway, wasn't it? No, the finalists, 2017. They're the finalists. They've beaten the Euro 2017 runners-up. And what an achievement for Poland. Payol gets her goal, which I think everyone's obviously thrilled with. She is the taliswoman. But to a T, they were fantastic. Denmark, my word. The players are devastated. They came close. They got within 1 goal, but it's been a horror show of a tournament for them. 3 games, 3 defeats, bottom of the table. Losing.
It's been a horror show a couple of tournaments, because at the World Cup as well, they weren't exactly impressive.
No, they've not had a good one. That's 2 group stages in a row they've sunk. And this time they finished bottom of the group. They don't even. I mean, at Euro 2022, they had a chance. If they were able to beat Spain in their last game, they might have just done it. But no, they've had a stinker here. And to be honest, they have a team. I mean, look at the team that likes of Harder, the likes of Sinja Brunn, the home guards, as we know. Katrine Molekul was in the midfield, but Poland's pace on the counters did them in constantly. And yeah, the Danes are devastated. This is going to be well, the manager's off anyway. He's off to Manchester City. I don't know who the likes of how many of them are going to be there next year. As likes of Harder, likes of Nadim, obviously.
Well, Nadim, you have to assume is done because she's 38.
Yeah, so that's probably our last tournament. And they almost saved themselves. Like I said, they almost got it to 2-2. It was an offside. It was a 100% correct offside call. But yeah, obviously they were already out. But this is like an added humiliation. But I've got nothing but mad respect for Poland. I'm absolutely thrilled for them. There's mass celebrations, and I hope this is the launch pad for something better. Obviously there are bad fables to follow here. Scotland did something similar when they got the one win at Euro 2017, and that was against Spain. They weren't able to kick on from it. Any momentum they had from that tournament was lost. Poland have to make sure this isn't a flash in the pan, but this is the stepping stone to something greater. They've got one of the best strikers in the world to help them. They've got a very young squad. I look like they're a bit rusty. Like I said, the keeper had a bit of a flap at their Denmark's first goal. So the fact that they've won anyway kind of negates that. So yeah, that's.
Speaking of Denmark, I just looked at the Denmark squad, and obviously, I think, like you say, Pernille Harder is probably the player there. Katrine Vi as well is 34, so she's probably
I mean, we're saying Harder went off injured in the first half. So her tournament ended early, and you fear is that her last Euros, and that's again, as me and Freya were saying, it's not the way you want to go out.
No, and I think for Denmark as a whole as well, it's almost as if winning is a bit easier when you've put everything into it and you've tried your best and you've really gone for it, and the better team has won. But when you've had a tournament like that, when just nothing's gone right and it's just been a complete stinker, it makes it even worse, doesn't it? Because you're heartbroken for even more reasons that you just couldn't get through. And
transfer notes, though, looking at that Denmark squad, a name that stands out initially because of her age, but also crucially, Carolina Muller, who former Real Madrid striker, currently a free agent, age 26, goal every 3 games for Real Madrid.
There we go.
Over the past couple of seasons,
she
could be an intriguing signing for someone.
Yeah.
For Denmark, like I said, it's been stinker. Poland. The thing is, I watched Poland in the Germany game. They could have got a point. They were close. I think Poland had a header when they were 1-0 down that Berger tipped over. Brilliant reaction and save. Poland fought really hard. It was 0 at half time. It could have been 1-1. And you think if they got a draw out of Germany and then beating Denmark, they'd be through. I think
they would be through. Yes, because Germany.
Yeah, that's the margins of football. Obviously, I think with Poland, it was very much the pressure was off because they were already out. It was. We got nothing to lose. A bit like what we saw with Iceland when I was watching them play Norway at first. But Denmark is a stinker. They should for a squad with that experience, as I said, Euro 2017 finalists, they should not be losing that game. And I would hope that indeed the Danish FA have a bit of a shake up there. So many times the manager's going. I think some of the big hitters will probably retire in the next few years or so. That's a squad that's going to get broken up, and lots of questions need to be asked there.
Yeah, because that's not you expect more of Denmark, don't you? As you were saying, and rightly so, and they just haven't performed at this tournament at all. I think Rolfo was just presented with a shirt there. I don't know if anyone heard on commentary what that was. Appearances, maybe. Trying to get
interestingly, looking at some of the German Twitter reaction.
Oh, yes, go on then.
A lot of them are blaming Christian Vuk.
She thinks she Vuked it up for the rest of them.
They did indeed Vuk it up. And I think that there may be a bunch of people who will take, assuming England do the business tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think there will be I think your average women's football fan will go, well, we beat them 4-0 in the last Euros. We'll be all right.
It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And I'd also say, for those people writing of Germany, just remember that Spain lost 4-0 to Japan at the World Cup. So just,
you can't go on history at all, can you? Because
no, and I know I've read it.
I think we should settle in for our Germany versus France quarterfinal.
That'll be good.
Because I think that live watch will go 2.5 hours. I think that'll be extra time and penalties.
Well, they played it the last Euros. It was a semi-final, and Germany had Pop to with the brace. I was there for it. It's at Milton Keynes. So it's a rematch from the Euros. In fact, this is 2 Euro rematches. Obviously, England, Sweden, and it's a rematch of the 2 semi-finals. It's the 2 semi-finals repeated as quarterfinals, which is curious. And I was there for both of them, and boy, were they fantastic. But no, I've seen England tournaments. Just because you play a team one way in one tournament, it never translates to the second. Sweden. I mean, we played Sweden in the Nation League a few years ago, and it was 2 draws, and that's a good Sweden team.
Are we worried?
I'm always worried. It's England. I expect us to go out on like penalties in the quarterfinals because it's England. I'm not backing us to win the Euros, but I'm just a full-blown pessimist. So that's just me. But you
look
at that.
Careful, you get excommunicated for that.
But it's great because when I'm in my group chats, I'm negative, and then bad things happen. Oh no, I'm positive and say, oh, we'll win like 5-0 and we'll lose 5-1, and they'll just say, oh, you jinxed it. So I can't win either way.
But you'd rather be negative and then be happily surprised.
Yes,
I love being contrary to popular belief. I love being wrong because, like, last week when I was like, oh, I don't fancy it against the Netherlands, and then England go out. I
didn't fancy against the Netherlands.
I love being proved wrong. I love being able to turn around and say, yeah, look, that didn't age well, and I'm really, really happy about it.
I expect us Netherlands to knock us out. The warning signs were there that they were in a bit of a state when they drew with Scotland and only beat Finland 2-1 and were pretty naff in those games. And I've got friends who are Dutch, and they were warning me, saying, no, it's not. But then you see him beat Wales and looked okay, and you thought, ugh. But yeah, when I was in there in the stadium watching him, I thought they're all over the shop. I cannot understate how scandalous a performance it was for the Netherlands. It was. I was watching it. This is the worst I've been in there. Like I've watched them beat us. I've watched us beat them, and they're usually really close and really exciting games. This was neither. It was a scandalous performance. Obviously, the manager's going. Anyone who's been following the press conferences will know he's not him and the media don't get on very well. There's been a few things, it's been a bit blockbuster, and it's not a good sign if your manager is basically having war of words with the media, because what you want is that Serena Wiegmann level of calm and just like no, it's fine, we're all under control, and just not a manager who is basically going for 12 rounds with the press and just firing insults at them, because it just shows that you've got no control of the situation, and it's showing on the pitch. So looking at it tomorrow, obviously that's France-Netherlands. I can only see France winning that, and then it's up to us to beat Wales, and then what will be. If we have got Sweden, then we'll have to see if we can win. We have had a
worry that tomorrow will be Wales will win, but France will save us.
That's
will sit there and
interesting.
Yeah, but you're hoping you're going to be wrong, so you're not.
I'm hoping I'm going to be wrong.
But that's the thing. That's the problem. You predict it because you want to be wrong.
Like a genius either way. Because if I'm right, then I can turn around and say, well, everyone else thought that would be that, and whatever else.
I know, it's great. You just go for the negative, and then you can say, if I'm right, I'm a genius. If I'm wrong, I was reverse jinxing it, so we won. And then that way you.
Crucially, if I think this, I am proud because I have no less a supporter than Ellen White, most stylish pundit, of course, but also she said even before the start of the tournament, the thing that terrifies her the most is England playing Wales, needing to get something.
Well, it's the humiliation, isn't it? It's the humiliation warrior of losing to Wales in the tournament. I mean, I was in a bar in Switzerland when Wales were playing France, and full of England fans who just come back from the Netherlands game, and they were fully supportive of Wales, and they were celebrating to the rafters when Fishlock scored. So, I mean, obviously it's different when we play them, face to face. I know that same joy towards the opposition is not shared by the Welsh towards us. They were not celebrating any of our goals against Netherlands, I'm absolutely sure. But it depends. Yeah, if Wales win, if Wales were to beat England, I'll be devastated as an England fan. But looking at the bigger picture of the game, it will be a massive moment for Welsh football. I mean, I'll never hear the last of it for my Welsh friends, which will be painful. But for Welsh football, it would be a massive moment, bigger than Jess Fishlock scoring against France.
Do you think though, looking the other way, that it would be a hammer blow to things like WSL attendances, and that is not the fault of England, that is the fault of the WSL using marketing for the past few years of come and see the Lionesses and nothing else?
No, I think it's the win of the Euros in 2022 has got enough mileage left in the tank. You've had the Euro 22, and then you've had getting to the World Cup final. The players are on billboards, they're on TV adverts now. You shouldn't have to be in a situation where a league is fully. It could be dependent to get it going, but once it's going, it has to be a self-propelled sort of perpetual motion. It has to be able to run on its own legs. It can't be piggybacking off the international success to keep putting fuel in the tank to keep it going. It has to be going on its own merit.
Are the WSL players on billboards, or are they on billboards as in their capacity as Lionesses? Because I haven't seen many billboards, for example, that have Beth Mead playing for Arsenal. I've seen plenty of her as a Lioness.
I've seen billboards of Leah Velti on, billboards of sort of Stina on, because it's not just players, it's about them as individuals. Because like Adidas has done promotion, for example, and it's just a whole spread of players. It's not them playing for the country; it's just players in general. So and like I said, that's what I'm about, self-perpetuating. So the WSL can't be. It can use the Lionesses success as a launchpad, which I think it's done very well. But then it has to be. You shouldn't have to go to games because of the Lionesses. You go to the games because you support your team. I go to Aston Villa because you support Aston Villa, not because I want to see some Lionesses play. Maybe you discover Villa through the Lionesses, but then you become a Villa fan. And so the WSL should not rise and fall off England having to win the Euros every 4 years. I don't believe that. And if it does, then the WSL has failed.
No, I agree. And I think there needs to be kind of me being somewhere in the middle, of course. I think there needs to be more advertising on the actual clubs themselves and the players themselves, rather than, because a lot of it is, this is where the Lionesses play. And then because a lot of the Lionesses then play for Arsenal then saw an influx of new fans, as you'll probably know, Adam, with that. Obviously, Arsenal's a big team anyway. And it's always had that following. But a lot of people, because obviously London being the city it is, and a lot bigger population, whereas you've got other clubs who don't have a Lioness or don't have a household name because of whatever reason, and their attendances are going. So it's a link that you can make if you're looking for it. Yeah. But I think that advertising does need to diversify. But look at these players, discover them in your local area. Don't travel.
It should be stressed. I feel it should be stressed that I know Arsenal got a few Lionesses. They don't have a monopoly on Lionesses. There are Lionesses. Villa had Rachel Daly, shall we say, for example. She is their star striker, and they're Lioness. They are scattered around the place. Chelsea got a few. Manchester United have got a few. But at the same time, Arsenal had been putting in procedures in place before the Euros even happened. Do have an element of historical heft that they can dip into from way back there. They had some stocks invested a few years ago. Admittedly, they took their eye off the ball for about 10 years, but they were in a better position to capitalise on the Euros, I would say, than any other club, simply because of what's happened before and what they're known as a name and so forth. Then say, no offense meant, but let's say a club like Aston Villa, who have yo-yo. I mean, I've seen it, and I've seen they've won, Northern Division titles. They've gone up, they come down, they've gone up, they come down. They are now thankfully up. They may not have, let's say, the women's football presence that an Arsenal side have had. But at the same time, you've got to start somewhere. Arsenal had the ability to sort of leap ahead. It's up to everybody else to follow that. And I say, Arsenal,
clubs need to do more. 100%. Yeah, of course they do, absolutely, and that's why the Emirates does get those incredible attendances, and why some people then questioned why smaller teams in that sense, like your Villas, like your Liverpools, like your Evertons, now going to these huge grounds when they can't fill it, and it's like, yeah, but at least you made the move, and then it's there for it, and it's. So it's all positive.
Let's say with us, we didn't fill 60,000 in our first game. I mean, we played Emirates games in, say, 2012, for example, and it said, record of attendance of about 5,000 fans. When we went into the Emirates against Chelsea in 2021, about 8,000 fans. You got to take the L for the first 3 or 4 years, but you establish it as the norm. You build it and they will come. You're not going to get 40,000 people in for one game, but if you market it properly, if you choose your fixtures carefully, it would really help Villa if, say, Birmingham City or West Bromwich Albion or Wolverhampton Wanderers got in with WSL as well, because then you can play off the derby and get there for the park, because that's always a good money spinner. Just unfortunately,
I was all for Bones getting promoted last season.
I've got to ask you, Adam, as a proud Arsenal fan, do you think that the current controversy around Arsenal men will spill over upon the women?
You're really throwing a hand grenade into the discussion there, Paul.
Does it affect the women? So
I don't know.
Do you think it will affect the women in any way, shape, or form, or do you think they have a separate fan base?
I honestly, I would say I should say as an Arsenal fan, incredibly disappointed in what has happened. I'm disappointed in the club. I have disagreements on maybe how it was managed throughout. I'm incredibly disappointed with the offer of a contract. Thankfully, never happened. I am very grateful that by complete luck, it didn't happen, and that the departure happened, and now what is happening is happening. I am glad what is happening. I am hoping that that justice prevails, however long that takes. I had many questions with the club. However, I respect the legal proceedings, that we're not going to get anything, because it's all, and rightly so, because it's legal proceedings. I would love to hear what they have to say. We're not going to. I've got to accept and move on, but still doesn't mean I have complaints about it. But I think I don't think that will affect the women's team, and that's pretty much it. I think they will carry on. The club will still be supportive of their women's team. There will still be plenty of crossover. Maybe there'll be internal communications. I don't know. For legal reasons, we're not going to see that, and nor should we. But I don't think so.
But you think that it won't be a situation where it will reflect negatively on the women's team and
the
players like Liv Smith or whatever?
No. Any negativity is going to be solely on the men's team and the running of the men's team. The women's team won't. I cannot see getting pulled into those crosshairs whatsoever.
Which you'd hope, because they're completely innocent.
And I'd say a lot of the support with the women's team doesn't necessarily overlap with the men's team. The people who follow the women's team are solely in it and have no interest in. So you don't get that bridge. So even though we are very much a one club mentality, there is a crossover. Obviously, I'm a fan of both. It pretty much exists in its own sort of own ecosystem, really. I can't see it being affected by that at all. No, and nor should it.
Yeah,
Indeed.
No, I'm glad, and because that's what you don't want, things outside of their control, in a sense, coming from the player's perspective, then ultimately, hurting chances in the future. But good, we'll leave that one there. We'll draw back.
Please do. Let's talk about some positive stuff, please.
I have to ask, because I'm always going to throw.
I get it, but no.
So Graham said, no, we're going to beat Wales comfortably tomorrow.
Love the positivity.
I don't think it'll be comfortable. By any stretch of
I worry.
We're going to put up a fight.
I think since this bloody Nike advert came out, that reminded me very much of the "Nice to Beat You" USA one. That we all know what happened to the USA in the World Cup.
The Nike advert. Which one was this?
This is the Fear the Lionesses one, where they basically
the weird one,
the weird one where they've basically done a clip and Leah Williamson looks like a serial killer.
I've not seen it.
Doesn't look like Leah Williamson at all.
I've only seen the Adidas one when Atana Bonmati and Leslie Russo.
The L word.
Looking at each other in their eyes, and they're all rivals, and all that stuff, and which is a great advert, and the bill was everywhere. But I've not seen this Nike one. It's not crossed my radar. I think it'd be 0-0 at half time. I think actually we was 0-0 the last time we played him. I think that was at St Mary's, and Beth Mead made her debut. I think it's back in 2018, 2019.
Okay, yeah.
Way back. I think that's the last game I can remember. But Wales have never beaten England, as far as I know. The women's team have certainly in a major tournament. I don't know if before then, but I think Wales will make it tough. It will be competitive. It might be 0-0 at half time, but I would think we would have the quality. But if Wales score first, you're going to see the biggest low block in the history of the Euros as they rightly fight for what would be an incredible result.
Yeah,
I think
it would, and
I think Wales might get a goal. I think England will win, but I think Wales might get a goal, and that'll be good for them.
Yeah,
in fairness.
No, I agree with that. I think they've fought too hard in this competition to not get anything.
Yeah, I mean, they had that moment against France, which was great, and I'm sure they would love in the old game. They'd love it. They'd love it if they got just like something like a little trophy take back, just a goal or a moment, that will stay in the memory and inspire the next generation. Exactly.
Yes, exactly. Because then young children all over will be going, oh, I want to be like Jess Fishlock. I want to be, because it can be done. And I'm just having a look. Paul inspired me by looking at the brackets that I predicted. So I predicted Germany, Sweden, and then Poland, Denmark.
So you're half right.
Yeah, half right. But then looking at Group D, I did predict France, England
as well. So I think that's pretty close.
But hey, all to play for tomorrow, and we definitely can't.
I did predict an England Netherlands final, which honestly,
that's not a good one.
No, not good indeed. So let's just get it on the screen then, for everyone. Just have a final little look at the brackets. Let me just get it up. UEFA annoyingly are very slow to update their brackets, so we're going to have to fill in the blanks. So can we all see that all right?
Yep.
Okay, so we've got Norway, Italy as our first quarterfinal. We now know that it is Sweden, possibly against England, possibly Netherlands in that
or
second
possibly
spot,
France,
or even France.
Wales finish above France.
Yeah, in fact, it could be against everyone.
England can't finish above France, can they?
Yeah, they can,
because it goes on head to head.
Yeah, but if it becomes because if every team beats all of them, it goes into like a mini table of like goal difference. So Netherlands have to basically get a cricket. Netherlands, I've heard about it's like Netherlands have to get like 4 goals or something against the French to all flip around or something like that. But I don't see us finishing by France, but there's a chance.
Anything is still possible in Group D.
Yes.
Our third quarterfinal matchup then is Spain-Switzerland, and we've all kind of said Spain will probably do it, but I really hope Switzerland give them a show. I really hope they give them a game.
Just on that one quickly, Spain have never won a Euros knockout round, and they did play the hosts in the last Euros. I don't know if anyone remembers what happened then. Imagine Lea Volti, 96-minute rocket into the top corner takes, that'd
be incredible. I have to say though, Adam, we've been talking about Reuteler. And
I'm glad you said that. Yeah.
I
think she's at Frankfurt at the moment, but I think a club's going to come in and swoop her because she's been incredible.
There's a big move happening post Euros for her, isn't there?
The Euros is the perfect shop window for any player, and Reuteler, I think she's player of the match in all 3 games. She's going to be signed up. Someone's going to come in. I don't know if it's NWSL or WSL, but I can't unless Frankfurt put a massive contract on the table. I would imagine somebody's going to swoop in and try and get her in the summer.
Yeah, I can definitely see that happening.
Chelsea, $1.5 million.
No, take the honour away from us.
No, but I hope another club goes in, or at least clubs show interest to show the Frankfurt don't release her. But to have
Man United haven't really done much this summer yet. Their fans are very unhappy about it, as Man United fans tend to.
Sounds like a typical Manchester United window to me.
Indeed.
I was going to say, I'll just have a little look on the transfer tracker, but I'm sure they've done absolutely nothing.
No, nothing. The only thing
they've released Aoife Mannion. Rachel Williams has got a new contract, of course. And Alyssa Ahern has been let go as well.
Well, it's good. It's good they're getting the important stuff out of the way first, isn't it? Before signing.
You need to keep Rachel Williams. You need to keep her.
Before signing players who aren't 38 years old.
Rachel Williams, 2011 WSL top scorer. And I think if his contract runs through, I think this would be either the longest or equal longest she stayed at a club at Manchester United. She's very much been a traveller, but she seems to have found her home now.
She does. Hey, she's happy. She comes off the bench. She scores. She's
wins cup finals. I mean, yeah,
having a great old time. And of course, the final fourth quarterfinal, as we can see there, is going to be the winner of D versus, now we know, is going to be Germany. So if we're making a little bit of a prediction, then if we just go on to fixtures and results, let's have a look.
That's a tasty Friday night game, isn't it?
Oh, it is. So tomorrow then,
proper chaos.
So Netherlands, France, England, Wales. Who do we realistically think is going to win Netherlands, France? Who do we predict?
France.
I'm just having a look at the tables. I can't remember with the first game, but I think even though there's been a lot of chaos in the games, I don't think the top two positionings have changed. Maybe Switzerland and Finland swapped round, I can't remember. But I think they've all pretty much been first and second have stayed as they are. They fluffed about a bit, fluctuated about a bit as squads have changed. So I think it's going to be locked in again with us, which is that France will finish top and England will finish second. Maybe a bit of drama on the way. Yeah, the path may not be what we expect, but I think it'll just be France first and England second, and be as locked in as the other ones are. Because I think Spain started top in their Group B. I think Sweden obviously did tonight. Norway obviously did because they were already through. So I think it will be as you were, and the Netherlands will sadly go out.
Stay, yeah. Graham's putting a cat amongst pigeons. 1-1 France Netherlands.
Yeah, which would provided we beat Wales, that would make us second, and France.
Yeah, still see us through. Yeah. So either way, France can either win or get a draw, and as long as we win, then we're.
If England win, we're through. That's all we care about. England win, we're through, and it depends on what happens in France and Netherlands if we're first or second. So as long as you beat Wales, and also you can finishing first, finishing second. There may be advantages either way, but it's shown that you've got to play everyone at some point. You can't. I mean, people might try and game the system, but eventually you can't win a Euros and not play a quality side at some point. So it's one of those things. You either get a hard team early, but then it's an easier path, or you get an easier path and you get a hard team later on. So
just imagine though, to get the hard team and see the drum like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we'll miss our turn, and we'll see you at the next one.
If we're second and we get Sweden, I'm sure they'll be doing reruns once again of Russo's back heel, and that'll be the main discourse for all the build up. There'll be reruns of that on the Russo will be interviewed, and she'll be asked about that back heel for the upteenth time, and that'll be and rightly so, because I was behind it when that goal went in, and my head was on Mars when it went in.
I have scored in the goal at that end.
Yes, well, Bramwell Lane. You've actually
Bramwell Lane.
Yeah,
illegally.
No, I was
illegally because when Coventry United, I probably was, but when Coventry United played Sheffield United, and I was doing the commentary, and I was walking around basically had the pitch side pass and everything, and the media person Connor just set off onto the pitch to do all your social media pictures and warm ups.
Yeah.
And I just brazenly went, fair enough, when am I going to get to walk on a Premier League pitch? And a ball dribbled down towards that end. And I was sat there looking at it, and I'm like, I'm never going to get this chance again.
And kicked in the goal.
Absolutely hammered it into the... Didn't backheel it, because,
No, just hammered it into the goal.
Just like, we'll put that in the top corner.
And that's when security went, no, thank you, mate.
Take the pass off you.
No, they didn't notice. I was just like, I just went and got it and accidentally hammered it into the top corner before giving them the ball back.
Well, I tripped and fell really hard against this ball.
I tripped and fell and curled one into the top corner from 25 yards, honest.
I remember being at that Bramwell Lane night, and again, maybe the pessimist, thinking it's been an incredible journey, but I've never seen us win a semi-final certainly in person. The last time we'd done it was in 2009 against the Dutch, and we'd always been in semi-finals. It had been Japan and the Netherlands and the USA, and then that night we just after a shaky 20 minutes, and we were just amazing. And then Mead's volley, Bronze's header, the back heel, the Kirby chip, and it was just a bit like I'd say not Poland, but like just a perfect night, like Sweden tonight, almost like the perfect night. Everything just fell into place.
I remember it was a gorgeous, sunny, warm day as well.
It was roasting. It was raining for a bit, and then it was roasting, and then it obviously went into night, and then I felt the adrenaline rush to my brain. I swear I was going to be carried out on a stretcher. It was that bad.
And I remember thinking afterwards that was when that was when cut through happened, because my parents will watch major tournaments, but they hadn't really watched the Women's Euros, even though it had happened in England. They'd occasionally said, "Oh, how are you doing?" And they watched that, and then when Russo scored, they just went, "That's amazing."
Yeah, and that was like the viral moment of the tournament. And that's one of the main memories from, apart from lifting it, but that was one of the other main memories of the tournament. So I'm sure that was going to run around.
Career, of course.
Well, the fact that she's actually a rather good striker. She's not.
Let's not get Paul started, shall we? On that one. Now let's wrap it up. But from tonight, Adam, I can't thank you enough for joining us. It's been one of the best watch-alongs we've had because of the chaos, because of all the drama that's happened. But yeah, if people want to find more of you, Adam, where can they find you?
They can find me on the Twitter sphere. I am still on that hell site because it does have some bits uses. You can find it at Adam _Salter4. You can find me also on the Blue Sky and on the Instagram. And you can follow my video preservation work at the Arsenal Women Archive. Lots of footage have come through over the years. We are going to round it up towards the end of the year because everything will be up there. But there's plenty of cup finals and old goals and 2018, 2019, some league titles and some bad times and some good times. So all good stuff to learn about. And if you want to read my writing, as you can see on my description, you can find it at The Halfway Line, where I'm doing lots of match reports for a lot of the games throughout the tournament. And it's been good fun.
No, doing incredibly well as well. And I think I can echo everyone in the comments and on screen for me and Paul as well. You are more than welcome anytime, because we will be doing watch-alongs every night when there's a game on. So if you fancy it, if you want to come join us, please do. You are an open invitation for whenever you want to come back, because it's been so good. So yeah, thank you again. And Paul, of course, lovely to see your face for the second half. Should we do it again tomorrow?
Well, maybe. England are playing, so we probably should, shouldn't we?
We're playing. Yeah, we probably should. Probably should do an England game at some point, shouldn't we? To see it through. And thank you, of course, to everyone else who has been watching, listening, and just getting involved in the chat. We've thoroughly enjoyed tonight, and we're going to keep bringing you this Euros content. Every stream is, of course, in partnership with the Whole 115 Yards. And as we've mentioned throughout the stream, the transfer trackers on there on the website, and all of the latest updates from the world of women's football are on there as well, at the Whole 115 Yards across social media. So thank you very much, and we'll see you again tomorrow for the last of the group games. And can England do it? Can they qualify?
I'm sure it'll be a nice, calm Sunday night, really.
Yeah, settle in, bring a drink, bring some snacks, and we'll be back at 8:00. So we'll see you then. Good evening and good night. Goodbye.